And welcome into the first ever Lake Norman Charter Sports Network stream. I am Zane Metz, and alongside me tonight for the first half of the women's game will be Davis Solomon. So Davis, this is a great night for basketball. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Of course, happy to be here.
So Davis, you know this is a matchup against two crosstown foes, with LNC and CSD having similar seasons last year. Tell us a little bit about their years last year.
Yeah, I mean, Knights last year finished 15-10, first-round playoff exit. And CSD finished 12-14 with a first-round playoff exit. Kind of seeing they had a twin season almost, and we want to see how that matchup kind of plays out tonight.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see because LNC, they lost a lot of players. I mean, they lost 5 of their 6 top leading scorers, but when you look at the Spartans, they returned 5 of their 7 top leading scorers. So it's kind of, LNC had a little bit of a better season when you're looking at record-wise, both with the first-round playoff exit, but CSD, you could say, has a little more to look forward to.
Definitely got the longevity that I think this program's looking for. I mean, they did lose their leading scorer last year, but they have a lot of, valuable players on the court. So we'll see how that pans out tonight.
Yeah, and looking at the longevity, you can see that the charter program now has that longevity. They only have 3 upperclassmen on this roster, and 1 returning varsity starter, that being Reese Long, and she's going to have to lead the charge for the Knights this season. She had a big game in her first game of the season, that being against CTK. As we look at the stats from that game, Abby Courtney had 9 points with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And talking about Reese Long, she had 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 steals, just really eating up the ball on the defensive side.
I mean, what a dominant player, really building this defense. I mean, last game, 15 steals were forced, and, Reese Long had the majority. And I just think when you think about that, really is just like the building block of this team.
So here is the tip-off. Corinne Keck tips it off and won by the Spartans. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Coming down the court.
Wow.
On the wing.
Good movement.
A little
bit of a
jump,
lob.
Yeah, a little jump pass right there. In there from the paint.
First point of the night.
That going to Molly Ferry. Just playing a little bit of bully ball in the paint right there from Molly Ferry. Out to Reese Long.
Using that size.
Yeah, jab step from Long. Passed over there.
Good movement for both. Reese Long taking it up. Really trying to use that speed.
Lucy Courtney for 3. She got it!
Wow.
The friendly roll right there from number 10, Lucy Courtney. And she gets on the board for the Knights. Back in the paint. As we see the game plan for the Spartans, and it works. Wow. 2 possessions, 2 buckets for the CSD Spartans.
I mean, you can kind of see how each team plays from those first 2 drives. I mean, I think CSD has the bigger players. They've got a lot more physicality, while we, us Knights, really use our ball movement to our advantage. So we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, they should have some ball movement right there. Long for 3, a little bit long. And the Spartans come back down the court with the ball. Pass around the perimeter. Spartans put it into the paint.
Oh.
Tipped out. And now will stay Community School of Davidson ball. So it will be a inbound.
Olivia Stewart with the ball.
Yeah, Olivia Stewart, one of those players that returned for the Spartans, as Olivia Stewart and Reagan Downey, 2 names to watch out for tonight for the Spartans. As they combined for 18 points last season. As we see a 3, a little bit long, inside rebound, 1 bounce, and in for the bucket.
Number 23, Molly Ferry, again with putting points on the board. Really a dominant player tonight.
Yeah, we see Molly Ferry just really crashing the boards, kind of getting up all the scraps, and gets the second chance points.
Reese Long looking for a valuable pass. Can't find it.
Yeah,
good defense from CSD.
Gets tips away, trying to coordinate that offense.
Looks at Abby Courtney.
Pass in, tipped away.
Steal.
And that will be a foul for Reese Long right there.
I mean, you really got to get scrappy with how big these kids are.
As actually, it was a foul on the Spartans, excuse me.
Yeah, Abby Courtney taking it down. See what she does.
Courtney passes it to her sister, Lucy.
Oh, ball out.
Tipped away. Yeah, good defense right there from Scarlett Soros, one of the 2 Soros. We have a pair of sisters on both the teams tonight. We see Abby and Lucy Courtney and Scarlett and Lucia Grace Sorless for the Spartans.
You just love to see that. You got a little Kelsey dynamic going on.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that was a good game last night, huh? Good drive right there. And the Spartans jump out to a 8-3 lead here early.
Tyler Bond with the just amazing drive down court. Amazing.
Yeah,
love to see that.
Got the steal and say, hey, no one's getting in my way. I'm getting that bucket. And the fast break points get for the Knights.
Reese Long's trying to find an open pass. It's hard to find it in this defense.
Yeah, that CSD Spartans playing that zone, and it's been working really well. Yeah. The Knights only with that 1 bucket.
Looking for it. Decides to pass it.
Out to the corner for 3. Oh, just a bit off. And good offensive rebound by Corinne Keck. She tries to pass it out, and that will be swallowed up by the Spartans. I need to as well. Passed outside. Swung it to the corner. For three, plenty of time. Booyah!
Missed it. You really see, they're big, but they can shoot, you know? Like, they've got a lot of versatility.
I mean, she had plenty of time in the corner. She could have set up a picnic date out there, how much time the Knights gave her, and she took advantage of it.
I mean, you really want to talk about it. The Knights' starring aspect of the team is their defense. Their offense a little bit weak, forcing 15 steals last game with 16 offensive rebounds, but 31 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's just stinky to say.
And that has to be something that Coach Porter's looking out for. You know, saying, hey, looking back at the stats, maybe the night after, said, hey, 31 turnovers. We just got to calm it down a little bit. That might be a turnover right there from the Spartans. And yes, it is. As this being such a young group of girls for the Knights this year, when I was talking to Coach Porter earlier this week, he was saying that we showed that we're a freshman team. On last Friday night, we had the lead in the first half. We kind of blew that lead and let the game go. But the freshmen just showed they were freshmen to a sense, and that's something you have to expect with such a young group.
I mean, it's just hard to handle the pressure of being in a high school game. It's very much a different atmosphere. I just love to see how these girls are handling it.
So good job by Reese Long going, getting the ball back.
Reese Long
driving in.
Physical game.
Out for three. Oh, just a little bit long and a rebound by the Spartans, that being number 33, Reagan Downey.
Lucy Courtney can make those shots. Just got to dial it in.
Yeah. As we see Callie Janice getting ready to come off the bench. And that one a little bit short. Offensive rebound by the Spartans. That's their second offensive board of the night.
Oh.
Kicked out, and that's going to be a backcourt. Actually, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay, I was about to say, if you don't call that a backcourt, I don't know what is.
I mean, Tyler Bond pulling a little bit of a Chiefs decision there, missing the wide open pass.
I mean, you could say she caught that one like Marcus Valdez-Scantling last night, just right off the fingertips, huh? As we see Callie Janice coming into the game for Kate Champion, and that will be a foul on the Spartans. The score is 11-3 in favor of CSD. 3:55 left in the first period of play. Thank you for spending your Tuesday evening with us.
I mean, the series so far has been 4-2. The Knights are really hoping to just, increase this to a 5-2, but right now it's not looking great. There's still a lot of ball left. But
yeah, still a bunch of game to play as that one is a little long. At the line is Abby Courtney, the freshman, the 5'5 freshman that being. Yeah, the Knights lead in the all-time series 4-2, and have been a very even matchup so far.
For sure.
And we're bound for a good one tonight here in Huntersville. Second one long as well, as she goes over to a good rebound right there from Callie Janice, but gets stolen away. So pushing the ball up the court will be number 22, Roy Boyle, and that'll be outside of number 30. Kicked out, pump fake.
Reagan Downey with the shot.
And
just misses it.
Yeah, just in and out from Reagan Downey. That will go out. Good hustle right there by number 5, Scarlett Soros. But the ball will go back to the Knights.
Lucy Courtney with the ball, passing it to her sister Abby.
And she will bring it up to court. So 3:30 left in the first period of play. Spartans lead 11-3.
Let's see.
As we see
Abby
this
looking, passing it to Courtney.
Yeah, and then we see the zone working so well so far tonight. Just a little bit of an errant pass right there. And Reese Long just got a fingertip on it, but just wasn't enough to keep it in bounds.
I mean, you really got to see if someone's fighting for that ball. Coaches love seeing that, even if it's long.
Yeah, just trying to keep that ball in play. So out to scores for 3. Oh, and the bank is open as Thanksgiving might be coming up, but it ain't a national holiday yet as the bank was open right there.
Scarlett Soares, one of the two sisters here tonight, just making threes. Love to see that.
As the Knights will try to retaliate with a 3 of their own. Double team right there.
Great defense from CSD. Like I said, they've just got these really big physical players, and I think they're using that to their advantage. I mean, you really got to give props to their head coach, Matt Forrest. He's really just locked down this defense, and the Knights really got to put up something offensively to keep up.
Yeah, and in the high school game in general, especially in the girls' game, you see more man-to-man and not a lot of zone, but maybe catching the Knights off guard a little bit here, saying, hey, this is the first time that we've seen a zone, definitely all year with it only being the second game, but really don't see a zone in high school girls basketball. But, I mean, they've only allowed 3 points so far. We have 3 minutes left in the first quarter. You got to say, hey, something's working.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just finding that adaptability to those new plays that you don't realize. And, I mean, I have faith in Mike Porter and Aaron Reeves. I think those guys can really lock it down coaching-wise. So we'll see how it plays out tonight.
As that corner through is a little bit long, brought up by the Spartans. Kicked out.
Number 42, Allison Daly with the pass.
Driving in.
15 taking it.
Nice bucket right there from number 15, Olivia Stewart, one of the players that we mentioned earlier. As she got that ball around the free-throw line, dribbled that one in, and too easy for the Spartans as the Knights are going to have to get a spark here, down 16-3 early.
I mean, it's almost poetic. You got two sisters on both teams, and they almost had sister seasons last year with the two first-round outs. So we'll see in playoffs.
As we see the double team right there for the Spartans, kicked out to Reese Long. Little floater, just short, as it looked like it might have got blocked right there.
Yeah, I mean, Long kept it short, it can't ride itself.
Yeah. So we see the ball getting brought up the court. 3 from the Spartans.
Number 3, Aubrey McCormick misses it pretty long.
Yeah, nice offensive rebound again. Shot blocked, and good work right there from Callie Janice as she will push the ball up court. Will she take it herself? Will she dish it?
Oh,
Yes, it looked like it went off her foot. Yes, it is. That's unfortunate whenever that ball gets swatted away from you and just goes right off the kneecap, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we're not playing soccer. That season's already over, but.
Yeah. So the ball will be brought up the court.
Oh, yeah. Tyler Bond, number 25.
Kicks it out to Allison DeLay. Back to Vaughn. Gives her some time. Passes it to her teammate for 3.
McCormick makes it! Makes it from the 3. What a great shot.
Number 3 for 3 as Audrey McCormick gets it in. Coach Michael Porter has to call a timeout as the Spartans are up 19-3 early with a minute 35 left in the first quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment for some more Knights women's basketball. And we are back here in Huntersville as the Spartans lead 19-3 with a minute 35 left in the first quarter of play. As we see Courtney dribbling the ball up, passing it inside as Mercury gets surrounded.
Great D. Great D from CSD, you know?
Indeed, as it will be a jump ball and the ball will go back to the Knights as the Spartans won the opening tip-off. As the CSD zone has just been hounding the Knights so far tonight, as they have only scored 3 points so far in this first quarter of play. The drive in, out wide. Back to Mercury, top of the key, will swing it. Back to Mercury again for 3. A line drive shot, and the bounce was friendly to her right there. Off the back iron, hit a little hop, skip, and a jump to Grandma's house we go, right into the cup.
Tyler Bond's really just taking this ball, moving it up the court. I mean, you see every drive almost, she's bringing it up. So I just want to do a little highlight for her.
Yeah, look, the orchestrator of this CSD offense so far tonight.
As she's taking the shot.
Oh, and that's just a little short. She looked like she got too much arc on that shot. I mean, that was a moon ball right there, huh?
Yeah, a little bit high, a little bit going over the rainbow, trying to find those lucky charms.
Indeed it is. So we see the freshman Abby Courtney dribbling the ball up for the Knights.
I mean, you really see these two sisters passing it to each other a lot. I don't know if it's some like ESB twin thing, but you know, they really just have that good ball movement that you love to see.
As we see Callie Janice regathering the ball, pass to Courtney. Janice calling for the ball. Courtney keeps it herself, passes it to her sister. Passes it back to her sister. And a fight Kate Champion gets the ball. Courtney with the ball, top of the key, out to Janice.
No looker to Janice.
Drives in, and that would be a foul. So a good work right there from Callie Janice as she does a little jab step drive and will go to the free throw line for 2. So we see Janice getting ready to take 2 shots. 19-6 score. CSD leads with 22.5 seconds left in the first quarter of play. That one did a little ring around the rosy right there and into the cup.
Edging us a little bit, jeez.
As Janice gets ready for a second free throw, and that will
Makes it 2 for 2. Wow.
That one will be money right there. So not as suspenseful as the first one, and we'll see CSD probably try to take the last shot of the quarter right here.
See number 42 passing it.
Inside. And nice ball movement right there from the Spartans.
I mean, as I was saying earlier, Tyler Bond, you know, really the pinnacle of this CSD offense. Making those plays, getting that ball moving around. You just love to see that.
Nice looking for the last shot of the quarter. Mercury surrounded on the floor.
Oh.
And that will be the end of the first quarter of play. As we see the CSD Spartans up 21-8 here early in Huntersville. Stick with us for some more Knights basketball as the second quarter is coming up next on the LNC Sports Network. And we are back here in Huntersville as the CSD Spartans lead their crosstown foes 21-8. I'm Zane Metz, alongside me tonight is David Solomonson, as that one is in the paint, kicked out wide for three. Just a little bit short, offensive rebound, and the Spartans retain the ball.
CSD offense really taking these wide-out shots. I mean, they've got the physicality, but they've also got the shooting, I've noticed.
Pump fake right there, drives it in, kicks out wide in the corner. And yeah, looks like number 15, Olivia Stewart, just wasn't ready for that pass right there. And we'll go the other way. As now we see a full court press from the Spartans as they're really trying to put that pressure on the Knights. As it works right there, Olivia Stewart jumps in front of that pass, but just couldn't get enough on it to keep it in bounds.
I mean, you really see CSD really wants to win this. You know, they're currently losing with that all-time series record, and I think they just want to close that gap.
As we see Janice drives it in and will get stripped away as the Spartans will go the other way. And that will be a travel right there.
You know, sometimes you're just in the game, you make those silly little mistakes that, you know, happens to everyone. But
yeah, just trying to speed up the game a little bit too much right there. And just like, especially with the lead, you want to slow down the game, you know, just play your play style and not trying to do too much. Especially with CSD them being the first game of the season, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you really just want to possess the ball, for sure. Speaking of that first game, they were supposed to play Legion Collegiate Academy. However, their game got moved to Friday the 30th, so keep in mind for that if you're a CSD fan.
Yeah, and that would have been kind of a good thing for the Knights, actually, if CSD would have played that game, is then you kind of have a basis of what you're getting yourself into, you know?
Yeah,
but
makes it easier to commentate, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'll tell you that much as well. Reese Long with the ball inside at the travel as Long looks like she got hacked in the head as she's holding her noggin right there. For the Knights, but the refs say, I'm not going to give you the foul, and it'll go the other way for the Spartans.
Going to see Tyler Bond passing it.
As we've seen good ball movement all night for the Spartans, as that's a good steal right there from Reese Long. She drives the ball up the court, and we'll stop it a little bit at the Mercury for three.
Oh, just barely missed it.
Yeah, Mercury now 1 for 2.
Great defense from the Knights.
Now Mercury 1 for 2 on the night.
Tyler Bond looking to take that shot, looking to take that drive. And she makes it.
I mean, that floater's money right there. There's a little jab step driving in and a little 12-foot shot. And can't ask for anything better than that.
Abby Courtney driving it down. Oh, trips.
And will be a foul on number 23, Molly Ferry, for the Spartans.
I mean, it sounded like it hurt. Jeez.
I mean, anytime you hear the skin going against the hardwood like that, you know that's not a fun feeling.
Jeez, just that squeak, the squeak of death.
The squeak of death. As I don't think they call it. I think you just call it the squeak of death, maybe.
Yeah,
You're they.
I'm they. I'm trying to get a trademark on it.
So we see a drive-by
takes that shot. Trying to redeem herself with the squeak of death.
And that is a nice pull-up jumper right there from Abby Courtney.
Tyler Bond taking it down again. I feel like she's taking down almost every drive this game.
Yes, she is the point guard after all for the Spartans. As that's a good steal right there from Mercury, and the Knights will be going the other way. Good crossover. Will she take it all the way? Passing it, and that's an errant pass ball on the floor. Picked it up by the Spartans, and they will slow the game down a little bit. So Spartans up 23-10, pass inside, pull-up jumper, and that one is money as the Spartans extend their lead to 15 here in the second quarter of play. 25-10 Spartan lead with 5:30 left in the second quarter.
I mean, as a coach, you know, Matt Forrest probably drew that up in the playbook. That's exactly how you want to see it. That curl around, just get that clean shot, calm 2 points. Very nice.
As we see Courtney with the ball at the top of the key, looking for a pass, or she will get it to Mercury.
Mercury looking. Pass it to Long.
Good drive right there from Long, just a little bit short, fighting it for the offensive rebound. She will get it, put it up again as she gets the foul, as that is great resilience right there from Reese Long, as she doesn't get the first shot, gets her own offensive rebound, and will get to the cup for 2. So Reese Long taking her first 3 throws of the night, as she is kind of the maestro of this LNC offense. As last year, when the Knights played CSD, they won 53-36, and Reese Long was a massive part in that victory, as Long had 14 points and 15 rebounds, and they outscored the CSD Spartans 27-15 in the second half. So the Knights will be looking for that second half surge like they had last year, as they outscored the Spartans 13 points in the second half, and will try to get this game to single digits going into halftime. It kind of leaves them in a better place to fight in that second half.
We've also got Tobin McGillen subbing in for Caroline Mercury.
As that's a great offensive rebound right there from Long.
Reese taking it, driving it down. That great ball movement. Just wonderful ball movement. Lucia
Out,
charge.
pump fake. And that'll be tipped away, and good defense right there by the Soares sisters. Ball at the top of the key. Passed along. Long one-on-one. Good movement right there from the Knights. Corner three. Courtney just short, and she will try to get her own offensive rebound. Good fight right there, and it will go to the Spartans. As some of the threes just haven't been hitting so far for tonight for the Knights. And we saw that last game as well, as the Knights only shot 8% from behind the three-point arc, and they will try to up that tally so far tonight. You know, to win, and especially in modern basketball, you got to make your threes.
I mean, yeah, I think the Knights offense really requires. Oh,
That is a tough foul right there, hitting the deck hard.
Yana Allison.
As with a big thud falling down to the floor, and will be a foul on the floor as well. As it looked like a shooting foul, but the Spartans will take it from underneath the hoop.
No squeak of death though, just a thud.
Just a thud. There's a difference. As we see a pause from the refs right here,
So what's going on here?
and they're talking it over.
Communicating. You love to see that with refs.
I mean, for a good three of refs, you got to have everybody on the same page. And
Exactly. You hate to have two refs going against each other. I mean, we've both played through it. It's rough.
as I think they're trying to decide who the foul was on, and that would be on Reese Long. That's her second of the night,
Blakely Hager passing it goes right out of bounds.
and will stay with the Spartans as we see number 15, that being Olivia Stewart, trying to post up inside on Callie Janice, just try to use her size to an advantage, and that will be a foul on Stewart actually, as she kind of uses that arm to push off, and you can't do that. Got to keep those arms in there. Can't use that arm to extend and get the defender off you. And the ball will be going the other way as we see this full court press stepping up again for the Spartans.
Open McGillen passing it in, looking for the open man. Pass it to Abby Courtney, driving it down.
Courtney with the drive, layup,
Oh, thud.
and that will be a charge. As good work right there from Olivia Stewart, as she says, hey, I'm just going to take one for the team right here, takes the charge, and the ball will be going the other way. So she makes up for her offensive foul for getting that charge, a true team player.
I mean, that's the mindset you need to have, like one step forward, or one step backwards, sorry, 2 steps forward.
Yeah, I know, like you're saying, like you make that mistake and you just make up for it, as she has the ball on the top of the key. Stewart.
She's looking to shoot it, looking to drive down.
Oh, and that would be a charge going the other way, as we have a pair of charges right there. Great work right there from Callie Janice, just putting her body in place, and will get.
Are we in Los Angeles? I feel like we're watching the Chargers here.
As I think if you're a Chargers fan, you probably don't want to watch the team this year. They're probably not
No, it's been rough. Austin Eckler's not giving me much in fantasy, I'll tell you that.
not much of your fantasy team has given you much this season, actually. As that's an and one right there. As we see Blakely Hager fired up, trying to get her teammates into it, as she extends the lead. Now the Spartans up 27-11 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter of play.
Knights having 3 fouls, and the CSD Spartans only having 4, so we'll see how that plays out.
As Reese Long, I feel like she's just getting beat up this game. Every minute or so, she's getting hit or on the floor. As
Feels like I'm watching Rocky.
as that's an easy layup right there for Reese Long, and she misses it with the left hand. Rebound right there, and swatted away, but the fouls. That'll be yet another foul on Olivia Stewart. As maybe Long trying to do a little bit too much, go with her lesser hand, that being the left hand with the layup. And maybe, some coaches say if you're on the left side of the hoop, don't shoot with your left hand, but if you're open like that, maybe just take one with the right. But it doesn't matter, as that's a good hustle right there from her teammate, Tobin McGlynn. And she's at the line shooting 2. First one,
Sinks it.
kind of roll right there.
Shortening that lead to only 16 for the CSD Spartans. It's 28-12 with 4 left.
Yeah, so, looking at this lead, down by 16 for the Knights, could be 15 with this May 3 throw. If you can get this game to 10 points or less going into halftime, I feel like you have to be happy if you're Coach Porter, especially with how big your team was down in the first half. As the second one is true. So Soares will be dribbling the ball up the court, guarded by Courtney. Knights playing a zone as well. 3 ball, just a little bit short. Offensive rebound, good fight inside on the perimeter.
Oh, good spin move from number 20, Colette Morale.
Soares back with the ball.
Colette Morale taking the ball.
Inside, and good steal right there from Janice, and she will be going the other way.
All the way, all the way. Oh, it just misses that.
Yeah, just a little bit off right there from Janice. As we see a good timeout right there from Matt Forrest as you see your team just kind of get a little too amped up with the game going a little bit too fast. Slow the game down, you have the lead. As the score is 28-13, 3:23 left in the second quarter. We'll be back in just a moment on the LNC Sports Network. And we are back here at the campus of Layton Roman Charter. CSD leads the Knights 28-13.
Quick little tidbit I wanted to mention before we took that quick break. CSD really trying to get the points on the board. Sometimes when you're in the lead, you kind of just get you see red and you just want to stack those points up, and you really need to slow the ball down and then possess. I think the Knights are going to do a good job at taking up that lead if CSD keeps playing like this.
Yeah, as we see Long with the ball at the top of the key. Uses that pivot foot and passes it. Ball on the ground, fighting for it, and that will be a jump ball, as it should be, and the ball will be going to the Spartans, as I believe, and let's get a ruling from the refs, and actually a timeout right there from Coach Michael Porter. Good call right there. You see your girl on the ground fighting for the ball. She has possession, but it's going to be tied up, calls that quick timeout, and lets the team repossess. So Davis, let's have a little bit of a recap of this game. So the Spartans jumped out to a massive lead early, up 16-3 at one point. The Knights have battled back a little bit, and now the score sits at 28-13 with 3 minutes left in the second quarter of play.
You've got Tyler Bond, a senior for CSD, really just possessing the ball. Great point guard on the team. Really, I think it's the pinnacle of this offense for this game, at least.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Porter right here, what are you telling your girls coming out of this timeout?
I think for the Knights, they just need to play harder defense. I think they're kind of letting these easy shots up, really letting them drive, not playing as physical as CSD is. And CSD is getting away with it. I think they've kind of realized how the refs are calling. They're realizing they can do a little shoving. They can, extend that arm a little bit. Maybe not too much, but just a little bit. And they're kind of taking advantage of that.
As we see Courtney with the ball poked away, and that will stay Knights ball, as Courtney will inbound it under the hoop.
Courtney trying to pass it behind the back. Didn't really work out for her.
So Long with the ball in the corner. Sets a screen. She'll roll around it. Going into the paint. Loses possession. And looking for a teammate as she will get double teamed. And
what a physical game. I mean, it really feels like you're watching football almost. Like, these girls are just hackling at each other. They're angry. It's a CSD opener. They want to open it up with a win. And you can really see that they just want it more. I think us Knights really need to step it up in the second half.
As we see Long at the free-throw line. First one is true.
Wow, just nothing but net.
So Long looking for 2 out of 2, and she will get just that.
A little bit of clanker, it's though. Hit the rim a couple times.
Sometimes you don't matter how the ball goes in, you just want the ball to go in.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So the Spartans with the ball, passed around the top of the key. The Knights playing that zone defense.
See Shora sisters passing it to each other, then passing it to Tyler Bond.
Ball be kicked out, pumps, fakes a 3.
Shora's
and you see that the Knights really trying to double team whoever has the ball kind of deal. If you see Shore's passing it in.
Great defense from the Knights. Like I said, I think they really just need to play more physical, get in front of these girls, try to, get some passes out before the girls get their hands on it and possess. Yeah.
As we see the ball getting inbounded from underneath the hoop. House out wide.
Sora's sisters passing it back and forth to each other.
Now pass it to the middle to the big man.
Rory Boyle.
Good move right there, and a good bucket right there from number 25, Taylor Bond.
I mean, she's really just been possessing the game offensively. I think she's had about half of the CSD Spartans points, and I think Knight's really got to find a way to lock her down, or else this is going to be pretty bad for them.
As we see Callie Janice working in the paint right there, and she will get fouled. Good work, had the man on her back right there. One dribble, push the shoulder into him, goes up, and will get 2 free throws.
Like I said, I mean, you just got to see what you got to get away with, you know. These refs, in my opinion, are calling a little bit more of a physical game. You like to see that sometimes in high school ball. So,
you know, personally, me, I would rather them call more of a physical game than more touchy fouls.
For sure. Because then you're just ruining the flow of the game as a ref if you're just calling everything.
Indeed. As this is the first game of a doubleheader tonight here at Lake Norman Charter. This is the girls' game, and approximately at 7 o'clock we will have the guys facing each other, as that's a good rebound right there from Corinne Keck, keeping it in bounds. Out to 3, Courtney! Oh, just gets it! As that little bit maybe some home cooking right there on the roll.
Jeez, wow. I mean, you got to practice and make those type of shots under pressure. Great defense from the Knights. Great defense.
As good work right there from Janice. As the Knights kind of having some momentum going into halftime. They were down 17, now down 12, as it is 30-18. Courtney with the ball at the top of the key.
She's trying to find the open man. Passes it to her sister. Courtney driving. Taking it. They just gave that to her.
I mean, that's too easy. I mean, that's like giving candy. That's like stealing candy from a baby right there.
It's like Moses parting the Red Sea. I mean, she really just got through it. Good defense from the Knights. Really trying to pressure that big girl, Rory Boyle.
As that is an air ball and will be off the Spartans. As the Knight, I don't think the ref kind of knew who that was off of. He was just kind of wondering, and then
got to make him play rock, paper, scissors for that call. Jeez. We're having fun here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Long for 3.
Long, keeps it long. Callie Janice with the rebound. Looking for it.
Oh, and looks like Corinne Keck just kind of gets hit right there, and that would be a foul.
Corinne Keck really playing the physical game for the Knights tonight. You know, she's kind of giving it, but she's not really taking it that much, and you like to see that with basketball players for sure. You want to see them get physical, but also be able to take the physicality themselves.
As this is the first one for Keck, little spin, and the shot. It's true.
Hey, keep doing that spin. Let's see if it works.
So as I was saying, the Knights need to get this lead to about double digits for this, or a little less than double digits for the Spartans, and it's a 9-point game now as the Spartans lead 30-21. Second from Keck, and that one is short. Rebound from the Spartans.
There's a short time left, about 40 seconds left in the half. We're going to see what CSD can do with the short time.
We'll see if they try to slow the ball, get the final shot of the half, but it doesn't look like they're playing that up-tempo offense they've been playing all night. Ball at the top of the key, now into the corner.
Tyler Bond really trying to get that drive. She might have it, and she does. Wow. I mean, you hate seeing players play hero ball, but if, you know, they can talk the talk and they walk the walk, then you got to let them have it.
As now Courtney with the ball and about 15 seconds left in the quarter. They give her the 3, and she'll take it a little bit long. Rebound by the Spartans.
Number 42, Allison DeLay.
They're trying to put it the other way. Down to 5 on the clock. Passes it out to Soares for 3. Just misses. Offensive rebound, and she gets it. And that will be the end of the first half of play. So the Spartans lead the Knights in Huntersville 34-21 going into halftime. As stick with us for the second half of play. CSD up 34-21. Halftime up next. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back from halftime as the CSD Spartans lead the Knights 34-21. As I'm Zane Metz, and alongside me for the second half of this game is Bryson Armstrong. So, Bryson, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, no problem. Really a pleasure to be here.
As we see Janice with the ball at the top of the key. As something to look out for the Knights is no Reese Long maybe in the second half, as we saw her holding her finger going into the locker room. As Janice, good bucket right there.
Way to take it to the rack. Really like the aggressiveness. Really like the aggressiveness.
3 right there, just a little bit long. Finding around for the rebound from Janice. She will push the ball up the court. Passing it out.
Coming down, making it rain. Oh, just off there. Oh, with the offensive rebound and too long.
And the Spartans will push the ball the other way. They're trying to push up the tempo. And they will do just that. Great fast break bucket right there.
It almost looks too easy. It only... What are you talking about?
Janice out, top of the key. Now they will double team her. Pass to Courtney, and that will get picked off.
Am I supposed to get closer?
And too easy right there from Scarlett Soros. CSD now up 38-23, up 15 with 6:45 left in the third quarter of play. Courtney inside of Kate Champion. Now back out to Janice. Drive, bucket, no good.
Offensive rebound there.
Courtney passes it to her sister, and the Spartans will be going the other way. Fast break bucket.
And it's good for 2.
Asking for an and one right there. Doesn't get it, but gets the bucket. And the Spartans up 17.
Knights really looking for a comeback here, in desperate need of some points.
As Abby Courtney with the ball passes it to Lucy.
Pass it back to Abby. Abby on the left side, driving, double team. Throws it to Janice. Passes it, and make it rain. Oh, it's off.
You're good. Pass inside to Soros, and that will go off her fingertips. And it will go back to be Knights ball. So Caroline Mercury, the sophomore, will be into the game for the Knights, and she will be replacing Lucy Courtney. As now Abby with the ball.
Callie Janice with the pump fake.
And that one will come up short as it will stay with the Knights.
Knights with the inbound play.
We'll see what the Knights run right here. A little bit of motion. And passes out to Courtney. Keeps it in bounds. Good defense right there from the Spartans. Out to Mercury. Passes out to Kate Champion. That ball will be picked off. Champion hits the floor. That one going the other way. And that will be money. Molly.
Week of death coming in.
Molly Ferry says, I'm going to get the fast break and get the points as well. As now the Spartans lead by 19. Janice with the ball top of the key. Screen right there from Courtney, no good. Pass inside of Kate Champion, she gets blocked, and the Spartans just raining it on the Knights right now. As they slow it down a little bit. Ball outside, driving into the paint. And one! The Spartans extend their lead to 21, as they're having a heck of a second half right here, aren't they, Bryson?
It's really getting ugly right now. I like to see in the next quarter maybe Spartans coach clear the bench if this keeps up. Reagan Downey misses the extra free throw.
And Kate Champion will slow the ball down a little bit, passing it to Abby Courtney, and she will get fouled and go to the line for 2.
Clutch free throws. Really need to drain them like Curry here.
So Abby Courtney at the line for 2, as we will see 2 people checking in for the Knights. That mean number 10, Lucy Courtney, and number 11, Sarah Naget.
2 substitutions here for the Knights.
As we see Corinne Keck and Kate Champion coming off the court. Courtney trying to go 2 for 2, and she will do just that. Spartans lead 44-25, 4:47 left in the third quarter of play. Thank you for joining us and spending your Tuesday evening with us. Drive in, decides to get it back out, and Euro step, and that's money. I mean, that's a good Euro step right there.
Wow, we got to check her stat line after this. Man, she's got about 20 points on the night.
As Tyler Bond is kind of doing whatever she wants with this Knights defense.
And now with the smaller Knights in the rotation, Callie Janice has been moved to the big.
So we see Bond bringing the ball up the court, pass it to her CSD teammate, and that's about as easy of a call as you'll get all night if you're a ref. Easy travel, and ball be going the other way.
She really took a vacation there.
Indeed, maybe a 7-day stay, everything included, huh?
Yeah, Turks and Caicos right there.
Ball being brought up the court by Abby Courtney.
Pass to her sister.
Trying to get this offense working.
Janice
drives
up top.
Good floater, and that's true. Good move right there from Callie Janice. Nice little floater from the free-throw line. Ball being brought up the top of the key by number 5, Scarlett Soros, and she will try to motion this Spartan offense. Knights playing that zone. Been working pretty solid so far tonight.
Knights are playing a 2-3 zone right now with Callie Janice in the middle. Really trying to force the outside shot here, not let them get any lanes.
Tyler Bond.
That's a moving pick up top. Yup, going Knights way, baby. That's what I like to see. Yeah.
So the ball coming back to the Knights. 3:20 left in the third quarter. Spartans lead 46-27. Abby Courtney with the ball. Kicks it out to Mercury.
Lady Knights working the offense here.
Mercury passes, get the balls back to herself. Pull-up jumper, no good. Offensive rebound by Callie Janice. She gets the ball, fighting for it on the ground.
She's scrapping. Jump ball. And looks like Callie lost her glasses in the process there.
And now it'll be going the way of the Spartans, as that's where the arrow was facing.
Looks like Callie's having some trouble with her glasses on the other end.
Gotta get those rearranged. Bond with the ball at the top of the key. Passing to Soros. Soros out to Downey. Downey back inside to Olivia Stewart. Stewart, nice jumper from the free-throw line.
Lefty, too. Did not expect that.
I mean, you gotta love a good lefty stroke, huh? And 3 from right there from Courtney, just a little bit short. Rebound from Soros. Soros will.
On the offensive, but it looks like they will slow down the play here.
I mean, that's what you gotta do. You're up 21 in the third quarter. Gotta slow down the ball a little bit.
Another travel. She's going to Caicos again.
Abby Courtney now with the ball. 2-3 zone from the Spartans. Screen from her sister. She elects not to choose it. Janice inside. Kicks it out to Mercury. Mercury out to Abby Courtney. Courtney right there to Neget. Neget back to Courtney. Courtney inside to Janice. Janice double teamed out there to Mercury for 3.
Is this the dagger?
And that is no good. Soros, pull-up jumper. It's good. Or no good, excuse me.
Caroline Mercury with the drive and blocked by number 33.
Yeah, there's
Say maybe YouTube's on mute. Check the mute button on YouTube.
As that will be a foul on Callie Janice. That'll be a hold. And coming out of the game for the Knights will be Mercury. She goes to the bench. Knights down 21.
Callie Janice having trouble with their glasses again on the other end.
As the Knights talking it over on defense, trying to get everything sorted. Ball being brought up the court by Bond. We'll see if the Spartans are going to play right here. Pick right there from Stewart. Bond drives in, kicks it out. Driving in again is number 33. Good jumper right there from Downey.
Wow, really with that height at the short corner post right there, you really get a good look at that shot. Right in the money.
Using her height to advantage right there, just going over the smaller defender for
Like
the
a
bucket.
skyscraper.
Courtney
Callie
inside.
Janice.
Courtney inside from Denise. Good pump fake out to Courtney for 3.
Is it the dagger? Hey! I can't get hype.
Vaughn bringing the ball up the court. Nice jumper right there. Just a little bit long. Defensive rebound from the Knights. Courtney now with the ball. Pass out to Abby Courtney. Back to Lucy. Good job keeping the ball in play from Bond. Bond pushes the tempo. To Soros. Ball being bounced around into the paint, and that will be a jump ball. .7 seconds left in the third quarter. Spartans lead by 20. It's a 50-3 scoreline. 50-30, excuse me, is the refs having a stoppage of play.
Knights on the offensive here. Points now are crucial in the game. They really need to close this gap if they want a chance in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, down by 20 right now. Got to do something to do it now. Janice drive, a little bit too long. Downey, Bond with the ball. Out to Delay. Delay to Stewart. Stolen away from the Knights, and they will push the ball the other way.
On the offensive here.
Courtney
Little stop and a little short.
As we see right there, number 10, Lucy Courtney step out of bounds when she was trying to hit that ball back in. .20 seconds left in the third quarter as we see the Spartans more than likely going to try to take the last shot of this third period of play. Bond with the ball. Clock down to 12.
You know, Zane, I really wouldn't be surprised here after this third quarter's over if the Spartans starts clearing the bench.
3 ball. Just a little bit long. Trying to save it.
Oh, it is not saved as it is out of bounds. Knights take over with 1 second left on the clock. I'm not getting a half-court shot here.
Yeah, nothing much you can do right here as we will see Bond trying to press the issue and make sure they don't get a free shot. As
they will not shoot it going into the start of the fourth quarter.
So we'll be going into the fourth. Spartans lead 50-30. We'll be back here. LNC Sports Network broadcast. And we are back here for the fourth quarter play. Spartans lead 50-30 as the clock is ticking down for the Knights. Good drive right there from Olivia Stewart. Extends the lead to 22. Ball being brought up the court by Abby Courtney.
Knights playing at their own tempo here, slowing down the game.
You know, they're slowing down the game, Bryson, but I feel like you need to speed up the game as you're down by 22 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, when 7:30 left, down by 22, you really need to start getting some urgency when driving the basket here.
Pedal to the metal, you could say.
Yep. Little 151 on the highway.
You would know a thing or two about that.
I don't drive, man. I'm 15.
Knights down by 20. Stewart kicks it out. Bond with the ball for
Senior guard for
three.
three.
Just a little bit short. Offensive rebound, and that's money.
Knights are getting killed on these rebounds right now. I don't know the last time I've seen one.
Yeah, I mean, the CSD Spartans really just hitting that offensive glass. As that is an errant pass right there from Lucy Courtney, and it'll be going the other way. Ball being inbounded. Tyler Braun will bring the ball up. Tyler Braun, being that senior leadership on the team, you can really see that she's the maestro. That's a good spin right there, and into the bucket for 2.
Yeah, she's got a triple-double for sure. No questions about it. Knights trying to speed up the tempo, loses it.
Yeah, good steal right there from Olivia Stewart. Bond pushes the tempo.
Pull-up jumper.
No good. Rebound. And she gets it. Molly Ferry gets the offensive rebound and the bucket. Knights now down big, and Coach Michael Porter will have to call a timeout.
And I think this is the part of the game where the Knights see that they're down, might get some younger freshmen to get some playing time here in the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and 6:19 left in the fourth quarter. CSD up 58-32. As we see that away, on the other side of the floor, we see that student section filling up. The theme tonight for the LNC students, the nightlife, is a neon. So a neon out for the Knights, and last Friday night at CTK was the old grout fit. You a big grout fit guy, Bryson?
Nah, I like to wear my colors with some pizzazz.
With some pizzazz, little bedazzle razzle, huh?
A hop skibbity doo.
Indeed.
Speaking of this next game, upcoming anticipated matchup, Knights versus CSD, both teams with a lot of talent, especially with the new Knights. As one could say, their varsity team has lost a tremendous amount of players due to transferring last year, but they're looking at a comeback season, prove everyone wrong, as they did CTK, 77 points, with their leading scorer being Braylon Ireland with 30 on the night.
Yeah, and we'll get into that game a little bit later, as we will have Bryson on the call for the first half of the men's game, and Davis will be back for the second half of the men's game, as we'll get kind of into the little stats and intricacies of that game later. But it's bound to be a good matchup, so make sure to stay right here on the LNC Sports Network for that one. Lucy Courtney with the ball. Out to her sister, Abby. Abby back to Lucy.
Knights have a new player in, number 30, Vaishnavi Divyakola. She's in the game right now, freshman.
That miss right there from Courtney.
CSD really trying to slow down the tempo, really trying to get this game over with.
Yeah, and I believe, if I'm not wrong, that's a good drive right there. Just misses offensive rebound. Misses again. Offensive rebound again for the Spartans. Misses short offensive rebound again for the Spartans. Misses the offensive rebound. No! Denise finally gets it. Had 4 chances to score, and they went over 4.
The Knights on the defense really need to start boxing out on that glass. I mean, it's not just going to drop in your hands like a sack of potatoes falling from the sky. Know what I mean? You got to really try and get some grit in there. And look at this drive for number 33. Looks like it's going to be 2 points for CSD Spartans. And the Knights are down 60-32.
Yeah, too easy right there from Reagan Downey, the junior.
Think she's related to Robert Downey?
I mean, there's a possibility always,
And Vaishnavi with the catch. Throwing it up top.
Courtney with the ball. That zone working for the Spartans all night.
Knights really need to start cutting inside and out, tearing that zone apart. And as we go in short corner shot, baseline, and 2 to go.
Yeah, Lucy Courtney with the bucket right there. She's probably been the top scorer for the Knights if I had to place money on it. As we see Tyler Bond still in the game. And, man, isn't she good?
Tyler Bonds with another 2. Man, she's dropped half of the CSD Spartans points.
I mean, Tyler Bond's just been money tonight. As you can see, why she's the maestro of that Spartan offense. Lucy Courtney with the ball.
You can really see the senior leadership she's having on defense right now, commanding her troops, as one might say.
Callie Janice
with the pick. And 2 does not fall. It's like a dartboard.
And now ball going the other way. Bond with the ball. Pass inside.
Bounce pass inside, drive to the basket, and right-handed layup. Even though they're slowing the ball down when they're bringing it up the court, their offense has been the same all night. Attack, 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 and get to the basket.
I mean, I couldn't put it any better. If you had to put 3 words how the Spartans have been tonight, attack, attack, attack. That's what it's been. I mean, they've just been absolutely on the Knights all night, and that extends the lead to 30 points. CSD Spartans up 64-34, 3:50 left.
CSD Spartans finally clearing the bench here.
Yep. And I must believe there has to be a running clock coming soon with the lead being this big.
Yep.
Abby Courtney.
Knights pushing in there. Maybe a little miscommunication there on the cut.
Blakely Hager will slow down the ball. Almost looks like a carry right there from Hager. Out to Soros. Soros finds her big man. And back out to Hager. Double dribble right there from Hager. Abby Courtney with the ball. Getting double team. And back to Courtney.
Courtney really going nowhere with these dribbles.
And that will stay with the Knights. Says, yeah. I mean, this Spartan defense has been hounding the Knights all night.
Yeah, with a coach subbing in, a brand new pair of fresh legs, this just defense has been ruthless so far. Not a lot of breathing room for the Knights this late in the game.
And one thing, as we will see a sub right there, one thing that I have noticed from the Spartans is even with them going down the bench, that level of intensity is keeping up.
Yeah, they've just been kill, kill, and kill. Even with the new legs in, they're really trying to attack the Knights at this moment.
Pass inside, and it will get tied up. Jump ball in favor of the Spartans. As actually the position error, they first said it was going towards the Spartans, but now it's going towards the Knights. As
Knights setting up their inbound play.
pass will get picked off right there from Royal Boyle.
Oh, Bashanvi picks it off and feeds it to 5 with the layup. And that's 2 to go. And
Good.
you can see number 5 is ecstatic right there.
Yeah, good work right there from London Stewart. Stafford, excuse me. 2:40 left in the fourth quarter, and that'll be a foul. 2:41 left, 64-36, Spartans lead. So number 0, the freshman, Yana Allison, shooting 2. Takes a couple dribbles, nice little spin. First one just a little strong. Now we see Coet Morel, the junior, coming in for CSD. Second one from Allison. She goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. CSD now up by 29. Stafford with the ball, passes it to Neget. Neget getting double teamed.
Knights have nothing to lose here.
Zombie ball up top of the key. Courtney with the ball. Kicks it into the corner, getting hounded. Allison, great defense.
And I mean, we're just dribbling ourselves into pressure here. You know, trapped on the baseline multiple times. We need to really start moving the ball as soon as we catch it. Hot potato if you must.
Hot potato if you must. Allison in the corner for 3. That one's long.
Air ball.
Passing the ball inside. Boyle with the ball. Now with Lucia Grace Soros. Now to Allison. Allison. And Courtney will pick up the ball and go the other way.
And she's really attacking here. Taking it inside.
As we're having some camera difficulties, so please give us a moment to get that sorted away.
Number 11 up top here for the CSD. Lucia Grace Soros, one of the 2 sisters on CSD for tonight. Yana Allison with the ball. Dribbling around that pick. Really giving her a lane. A Mack truck should have drove through there.
Good drive right there, but just couldn't get it to fall. Camera back up and running smoothly. Up in the gap for three. Oh, and that one is long. And we're in the final dying embers of this game. CSD up 65-36, 57.4 seconds left on the clock. And so, Bryson, with this game winding down, what are your thoughts for both teams?
For the Knights mainly, seeing a lot of weaknesses on the rebounds. Not a lot of boxing out, especially off the glass. CSD has just been hounding us on these boards all night. There was a stretch there where I don't think we got a single rebound. Offensively, Knights doing great on offense. Not a lot of plays being shown. Just a lot of running around, pick up basketball tempo.
I would have to agree. As
Almost over it back there, but we save it. And we're going in. Oh, it's stolen.
Ball now being pushed the other way by Hager. Hager slows the ball down a little bit. Three from the Spartans.
Deep three.
No good, just short. Offensive rebound, and the follow-up will be no good.
Number 22 getting called there for an over-the-back rebound. She's got that height, but she still can't reach over the box and out head.
22.6 seconds left. Knights losing 65-36 to the Community School of Davidson Spartans. Ball being stolen away, being pushed the other way. This is Hager.
With the final seconds winding down.
Allison in the paint. Good move right there, and that's good.
And that will be ball game. Thank you all for tuning in for the women's game. The men's game up next, starting at 7:30.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote for the women's game. A final score of 67-36. Next up will be the men's game. It is scheduled for 7:30, but we'll keep you updated in the live chat with what time approximately that game will start. Thank you for joining us for the women's game. Stick around. More basketball, the men's affair coming up later here on the LNC Sports Network. And a welcome in for the men's game of this crosstown rivalry. We have LNC versus CSD as the opening tip will go to the Crusaders. Oh, and Q gets it quick, and he gets the bucket.
2 to go. And they are already full court pressing, bringing the pressure early.
As we see them getting right off the rip as they're putting the pressure on the Crusaders. Crusaders now get the ball at half court. And that'll be a 10-second violation. The Knights are fired up.
Knights starting off strong here with the one caused turnover.
So Kuhn will inbound the ball.
Braylon Ireland with the catch in the backcourt. Excuse us for some camera difficulties at the moment. If anyone is viewing and we have camera difficulties, we apologize for the inconvenience. CSD Crusaders running down, picked off by Major League. And he's pushing down court, giving it to Colin McConaughey for 3. Ooh, little off there.
Yeah, that one just a little bit no good. And now the Spartans with the ball. The Knights up 2-0 early here in Huntersville over the Spartans. It's been 291 days since the last home game, and this Knight Nation is fired up.
Already half-court traffic here, and CSD with it too.
Good. That was a good pass right there.
Colin McConaughey had CSD bringing the pressure of their own.
And that's smart right there from McConaughey. Just say, hey, I'm getting trapped right there, and just
throw. Try and force anything stupid.
So Kuhn will be inbounding the ball.
CSD really locking down on their mans right now, trying not to let them get it inbound.
Ireland being double teamed. Oh, and he will get stolen away. And the easy lay right there for the Spartans. That being number 20, John Shields.
Nice break the press there easily.
Major League now with the ball to Kuhn. Pull-up jumper. No good.
Can't get it to go. Switch sides.
Kuhn with the ball. Now up to Ireland. Ireland with the ball. Drives in. Tough lay. No good. Rebound by Major League. Offensive rebound. Drives in. Gets stripped away. On the ground for the ball. That will go to the Knights.
Knights ball. Student section already fired up, giving the Knights the extra energy early on in the game. CSD already making their first substitution with only 2 minutes into the game here. CSD leading 4-2.
Yeah, and this has been such a high tempo, fast-paced game so far tonight.
They're really going to need to pack their lunch for the long haul in this one. They're going to run out of energy fast if they keep pressing like this.
Jay Morgan with the ball, top of the key. Kuhn sets a screen for Ireland. Morgan drives in.
And a foul.
Good work right there from Jay Morgan as he, nice little jab step, drives in and will be at the line for 2. As we hear that Knight Nation student section being very vocal tonight, and they came out in great masses. So Morgan at the line, shooting 2. First one is good. As if you're watching from home and have any questions, please drop them in the chat as we would love to answer them.
Oh, Nolan Boucher said no volume.
It's working. Jay Morgan makes the second one.
My sister just commented, can't hear Bryson well in the boys' game.
Now the ball being pushed down the court.
CSD Crusaders really pressing here.
Yeah, Jay Morgan getting hounded up to Major League. Leak now to McConaughey. McConaughey for 3. Oh, and that one just misses. Rebound by the Spartans. CSD leads 6-4 early here in the first quarter of play, as that will be a foul on Jay Morgan.
Hey, if Colin McConaughey keeps shooting, one's eventually going to go in. He just needs to keep up that shot.
I mean, that's how he started the game Friday night. First possession of his varsity career. Went down, stepped back between the legs 3, and it was true. Looking back at last Friday night's game, the Knights won that affair 77-66. Down here 6-4 early. Pass out for 3. That one is true.
Major League pushing the ball up the court here. Taking it inside. No foul being called there.
And that will be out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Spartans. Spartans set it up their full court press, up 9-4 early here in Huntersville. McConaughey head over to Owen Kuhn. Kuhn now pushing the ball at half court, slows it down, and will find Major Leak. Leak now looking, will find Jay Morgan. Morgan guarded one-on-one. Good cut right there from Ireland. Drives in, the bucket, no good, but will get the foul.
Braylon Ireland's been looking to attack recently after his 30-point bomb on CTK last Friday.
Yeah, I mean, he was feeling himself. Only had two. One thing that really stood out for me on Braylon Ireland, he dropped 30 points, only 2 3-pointers. He wasn't really shooting the ball from outside the arc very well, but was just driving in and putting it in their face as he misses the first free throw of the night.
And that shows great offense there. If he's getting buckets inside, it means he's really doing something to get him layups.
Yeah, and 10 of those 30 points coming from free throws, as he loves to get from the free throw line, as he goes 1 for 2 to start the night. And now the Knights down 4. 9-5 score.
Knights with a full court press of their own. Getting dirty, getting wicked.
And now the Spartans will break that press.
And great defense by the Knights there.
Yeah, that pass a little bit out of the reach of Austin Moran. And now Major League will inbound it.
Thank you, Palmer Hayes, for the comment. I appreciate that.
Palmer, a fellow member of the LNC Sports Network, will actually be on the call next Tuesday night for the Huff versus LNC game. That's bound to be a great one anytime that LNC plays Huff. So Ireland with the ball, motioning the offense, slowing down the tempo.
No full court press here from CSD. Braylon Ireland working.
Good move right there. Kuhn out for 3, pumps fake, decides not to get it. McConaughey head now with the ball, nice crossover, set screen by Kuhn. McConaughey head in, drives in, gets pickpocketed. Going the other way from the Spartans. Good crossover right there as we see 2 players coming off the bench for the Knights. In the corner for 3, just a little bit long, and Owen Kuhn fights with the rebound.
That's a gritty rebound.
Good pass right there. Ireland to Morgan. Morgan, no good. Doesn't get the foul. Back the other way from the Spartans. It's a high-tempo game.
And we're seeing the emotions flying, the sparks flying here early on. Knights driving to the basket, not getting the calls that they want, and that's really going to turn them against the refs here in the later part of the game.
Double team pass inside. That's too easy for the Spartans. He misses. Fighting for the defensive rebound and tipped in as McConaughey head is just too small right there. And
CSD coming out with a full court press. Can't.
As now they drop off a little bit. McConaughey head bringing the ball up the court. McConaughey head drives in, decides not to, kicks it off to Major League. League crossover. Nice drive, and will pass out. Oh, and that one will get.
And Major League has an upper advantage here. Not a lot of guys know that he's left-handed. He can actually go to the left side of the rack and attack. Owen Kuhn with the stop.
Yeah, to pass inside.
And a block! That is no foul. That was all ball by Jay Morgan right there.
Yeah, looked pretty clean to me. As the third section not very happy with that, as we see Daryl Williams, the big man for the CSD Spartans, now will go to the line shooting 2 as he's the biggest player on the court. As we will see Isaiah Smith and Braden Wilkie coming into the game for the Knights. First one will be a little bit long from Williams.
And 3-man substitution here for the Knights, bringing in Braden Wilkie, Drew Johnson, and
Isaiah Smith. Yeah, Drew Johnson, that defensive prowess for the Knights.
Noise cannot get to his head there by the CSD player. Drew Johnson, a track athlete, breaking this full court press easily. Braden Wilkie with a drive to the basket, and finally a foul called.
Yeah, that's a tough foul right there. Good job by Braden Wilkie coming into the game and just getting straight to the rack.
Really shows the intensity of this game so far. Neither side is backing down. But CSD is pulling away in the points here early on, 12-5. As long as the Knights can keep this deficit to under 2 digits, we will have a chance.
First one from Morgan is good. As we see, number 25, Austin Moran, back into the game for the Spartans. He is replacing number 0, Jack Sullivan.
Braden Wilkie with the second free throw.
It is up, and it is good.
Little sprinkle in the net.
Indeed, indeed. Spartans lead the Knights 12-7, 3:30 left in the first quarter of play. Drew Johnson playing hard defense.
Owen Kuhn hustle play, and he saves it in like Dennis Rodman. Oh my God, he dove for the ball.
Ireland with the ball. That will get intercepted and going the other way.
This might be a dunk, and layup. CSD with a full court press right out of that fast break here.
They will find Drew Johnson. Drew Johnson getting double team, trying to break the press over to Ireland. Out to Isaiah Smith. Oh, and that's a bad pass. And fighting for the ball. Oh, and there will be Spartan ball.
Student section not agreeing with the calls here, as you can obviously tell. And a timeout for the Knights.
As we will go into a timeout. Spartans lead the Knights 14-7 early. 3 minutes left on the clock. We'll be back here in just a moment. LNC Sports Network, first ever broadcast.
And we welcome you back from the break here. CSD inbounding right outside the student section. They're giving him an earload.
Indeed. As looks like the Spartans trying to make a substitution coming into the game for CSD, that being number 32, Connor Ferguson. Ferguson, he will be replacing number 34, and that being his Spartan teammate, Nate Hauser.
Yeah, you can almost say Ferguson has grown man strength. You know, full beard, kind of crazy. But the Knights are standing with him.
As inbounded guarded by Isaiah Smith. Ireland playing good defense, top of the key.
Lockdown D. 0-2 with the double team. Up and out court. Stolen by Braylon Ireland.
Ireland going the other way, gets on the floor, and that will be off the Knights. Good hustle right there from Ireland. Just couldn't get enough on the ball. As now we will see number 32, Connor Ferguson, coming in for Nate Hauser.
And you always hate to see that grit play turning out for the other team's advantage. That is always not good.
So ball inbounded, that being to Darryl Williams. Williams getting surrounded by the Knights.
Brandon Wilkie and Drew Johnson with the steal from behind, but it is going to stay with CSD at the moment.
Yeah, good job from Drew Johnson right there, just creeping behind them, coming up, and just poking it away.
Yeah, he did not hear the footsteps on that one. Snuck up right behind him.
Indeed. Spartans lead 14-7, 2:43 left in the first quarter of play. Nice inbound right there, missed, and rebound goes to the Spartans, and that would be a foul. 2 shots coming at the line for the Spartans. That's a good play right there from Connor Ferguson.
Is this second quarter?
Ferguson, 3 bounces, and the first one is short.
Student section really thinks he's getting in their head there.
Yes, that's what you got to do, you know, just by any means necessary.
You know, make a rattle, do something, bang a pot. You know, just get him distracted. Anything for him to miss the net.
And the Ferguson will
miss the second one.
Good rebound.
Great rebound by Braden Wilkie.
Yeah, good work by Wilkie right there. And now Braylon Ireland will try to conduct this Knights offense. Up court to Drew Johnson. Johnson, nice little pump fake, will drive in. Out to Wilkie in the corner. Corner to Isaiah Smith. Smith to Ireland. Owen Q coming to set the screen. Screen right side. Ireland will drive in with the bucket, and good.
Great offense there by Owen Q. Great pick. I love Braylon Ireland coming off that pick hard and driving to the basket and attacking with a great right-handed layup.
Now we see the Spartans break the press, driving in the paint. Wilkie will try to play defense, and that would be too easy. And one! And one for number 32. That being, we keep repeating his name, Connor Ferguson, giving the Knights trouble here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's been electric here in the first quarter, especially in these first couple of minutes. He's got a majority of their points. Really taking to the rack, really strong, using his grown man strength, and, you know, just really putting it in the net.
So Ferguson 0 for 2 from the line. Trying to do better here, complete the and one.
And does not complete.
0 for 3 from the stripe, but the Spartans will get an offensive rebound and will take it back up.
You know, he's like a Shaquille O'Neal. Great in the paint, not so great outside.
Jack Sullivan with the ball, top of the key, passes off to his fellow Spartan teammate. Defense by Drew Johnson, drives in.
Took 4 steps there. Don't know why that was not a call.
Isaiah Smith getting how to double team, breaks the press. Good pass to Owen Kuhn right there. Kuhn will drive it in, and that will be tipped out of bounds and will stay Knights ball. As we will see some subs now coming into the game.
Trip.
For the will be number 23, Trip Algarar, and number 3, Kason Prospect.
Tripp coming into the game, another tall dude, 6'4", really going to impact this game.
Yeah, and we see the Knights kind of getting out big. This is a small ball lineup they have to play this season with so many transfers. Guys like Brady Kessler, Julian Johnson, James Cresswell leaving this team as we do see a Knights turnover.
Mental lapse.
And Tripp, 6'4", he's the biggest guy on this team and will have to make a difference guarding Carter Ferguson, who's been really doing great things for the Spartans so far tonight.
The Knights are more of a speed-based team on offense and really like to get gritty off these picks up top and really drive to the basket with their speed and attack. It's a complete opposite of the CSD team with a lot of height and a lot of power. They like to throw it inside, dish it around, and get nasty. And Major League with the contested steal at the end.
Yeah, good
Tripp
double team right
with
there
the
being
double team.
passed in, and that's just too easy.
And, just letting him cut right down the middle like a highway. And he's getting trapped in the corner, getting off of him, breaking the press. Major League looking up court here, handling the ball well, under pressure. Drew Johnson driving to the corner.
Kason for 3, just short.
Just short.
Rebound from CSD. Go to work from Drew Johnson right there. And you were talking about how these two teams' play styles are so different. The Knights are more of up-tempo, let's get on the fast break, let's play press. And CSD's more, let's slow it down, let's get in the half court, let's run our plays, let's run our type of game.
Yeah, the Knights, Drew Johnson here has been playing amazing on defense, even though the stats might not reflect that. He's like a little gnat, just all over him, causing disruptions, just taking the ball away. And we see good defense here by the Knights, but it falls in for the CSD Spartans.
Yeah, the bucket right there.
CSD coming in with a full court press. Let's see if we can handle it once more.
Spartans up 22-9 early, 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Kason drops him, tries to get a pass, and that would be a kicked ball violation.
But he got dropped. Dropped like third period French. Oh my God. That's the saying my dad said. Shout out Ryan Armstrong on the broadcast.
Shout out Ryan and Marianne.
McConaughey not coming off that screen hard. Doesn't matter. Dish it up to Major League.
Leak up to Kason, and that will go off his fingertips.
35 seconds here left in the first quarter. Let's see if the Knights can finish strong with a deficit. 22-9. Knights really struggling here in the first quarter. They need to get some coaching adjustments and see what they need to do better.
Braylon Allen coming off for Kason Prospect.
Knights saving the legs here. Their main group of offensive players here early.
Sullivan passes it to his fellow CSD teammate. Up to Ferguson. Ferguson being guarded by Trip Algar. In the corner for Ferguson. Being passed inside, being guarded by Drew Johnson.
Big, little, small. Drew Johnson's just amazing on defense right now. Number 20's got to have a 6-inch height advantage on him. And Drew Johnson's just playing absolutely locked down.
Good defense right there from the Knights.
McConaughey, number 20, can't handle it.
In the corner for 3. That one's long.
Way over.
And that would be the end of the first quarter of play.
Great defensive stretch by the Knights there. Let's see if they can keep it up heading into the second.
Yeah, hopefully get some momentum going into the second quarter. The Knights trail the Spartans 22-9. Second quarter coming up next on the LNC Sports Network.
Ferguson using his throw man strike that's on and a swerve.
Oh, let's hear it. And we are back here. Spartans lead the Knights 22-9. Second quarter of play coming up next. I'm Zay Metz, and alongside me is Bryson Armstrong. Thank you for spending your Tuesday evening with us.
Knights really need to start executing on offense here. They've had a lot of great looks, but just need to start finishing around the rim. Owen Kuhn with the great defense there. Even though it might have went out on him, he's still bringing the pressure.
that Nightmare student section being vocal. Jack Sullivan with the ball top of the key being guarded by McConaughey.
McConaughey had a pure freshman on varsity.
Do not see that very often. And you might see a freshman on varsity, but you don't see a freshman on varsity starting very often.
Nope, that just shows the skill level number 30 has and the impact he's about to have on this game.
So being inbounded inside by number 20, John Shields. Shields being guarded by Kuhn and finds a man. That being Jack Sullivan. Sullivan being guarded by Braylon Ireland. Screen right there, pass it off to number 24, Jeremy Lowry. Lowry pull-up jumper, and that would be a double dribble by Lowry.
Great defense for the night there, great defensive stretch. We need to start breaking the press a lot more efficiently at this moment.
Kuhn.
Starting with the inbound to Jay Morgan. Jay Morgan bringing it up the court. Jay Morgan driving in. Finishing around the rim with a tough bucket.
Yeah, and that could have been an and one right there. A tough finish, no call. And the lead is cut to 11. Sullivan with the ball in the corner three. That one is just a little bit long. Rebound by
with the
Cunningham.
rebound. Looking for the foul, no call.
Now to Kuhn to Morgan. Morgan bringing the ball up the court, crossover, finds a man, that being Major League in the corner. Corner, Kuhn goes to Ireland. Kuhn sets the screen for Ireland, now will drive in. Nice pass to Kuhn.
Beautiful pick and roll by Owen Kuhn.
Pass outside,
Bad pass,
that's a bad pass right there. The Spartans will be going the other way. And that would be a foul. As Lowry will go to the line shooting two.
Not a lot I can blame on the refs there. Major League did come down with his hand.
Yeah, he hacked him right
Call.
there.
Yeah, like chopping wood like a lumberjack.
Indeed. So Lowry took a tough fall after that foul, taking a second to regroup, catch his breath, puts the right foot on that nail.
Giving the Knights a time to take a rest as well. Really expending a lot of their energy just trying to get their ball across half court. You know, this CSD full court press is really giving us some trouble right now. They're breaking it efficiently, but not as efficiently as probably coach would like.
Yeah, and Lowry, look at that free throw stance. It's not even. You don't see that very often, do you, Bryson?
No, I'm expecting a granny shot with that kind of stance.
Offensive rebound from the Spartans.
Good fight with the grit and get the rebound. Oh, bad pass.
As that one tipped away from McConaughey. And we brought up the other way by Jack Sullivan, guarded by Ireland.
Major League with the defense. Forcing him a baseline layup, but that was a good layup by number 24. And with the full court press. Double dribble early on. McConaughey got caught putting his palm under the ball there on the dribble.
Yeah, got caught in the cookie jar right there, you could say, as the Knights just kind of piling on, just kind of hurting themselves. They're down 25-11 here with 6:25 left in the second quarter. As we will see Jack Sullivan inbounding the ball for the Spartans. Kuhn will be guarding the inbounder.
Knights need to get off defense here, really get it to the offense and slow it down and kind of give them a little breather.
And that is just way too easy for the big man, that being Darryl Williams. As, can't get him an easy bucket, huh?
CSD's cutting the Knights defense like ham with a hot knife. Just right through. Foul CSD, number 30, Colin McConaughey going to the free throw line. 2 to shoot.
So, Bryson, down by 15, still got some time in the second quarter, 6:11, excuse me. What's your goal if you're the Knights? Get this in single digits going into halftime?
Our goal right now for the Knights, if I was the coach, would be just lockdown defense, no more points allowed. Honestly, they've just been making these buckets look way too easy, and we got to cut that down. Honestly, offense looking pretty good right now. Every time they take it to the rack, they either force a foul or they get a layup, and that's really efficient on offense. We just need to start playing better defense and not make it look easy.
McConaughey goes 1 for 2 from the line. The offense has been good, but it's only been good after they broke the full court press. The really big thing is they got to break that Spartan full court press. As Sullivan gets the ball past half court, Ferguson will drive in, pump fake, and will
defense by the Knights.
And Morgan will find the long pass, Ireland up court. The lay-in will get fouled. That's a good pass right there from Jay Morgan, showing off his skills like David Wignut, QB1. Passes up court to Ireland, and he'll have 2 free throws.
This full court press is almost benefiting the Knights at the moment because they have gotten a lot of unsubtle opportunities like that one to be able to push it down court and get inside shots. The Knights on defense really need to start putting their body on the line and forcing outside shots because I don't think the CSD Spartans have made 1-3 all night. Just force them to shoot outside and we got this.
Ireland misses the first one. Now 1 for 3 from the line tonight. Once the Knights break that press, they've been able to get into a rhythm of offense, but the problem has been breaking that press in the first place.
Braylon Ireland with the missed opportunity there.
Yep, misses both free throws right there. He was 10 for 12 on Friday night against CTK on 3 throws. Now 1 for 3, and that is a blocking foul from Ireland, maybe a frustration foul. Missed 2 3 throws, trying to get the ball back, and just a foul on Sullivan.
One thing the Knights cannot have, which is very imperative early on, you cannot have foul trouble, especially with your starters.
Yeah, the Knights already with 3 fouls in the quarter. 5:42 left in the second quarter of play. Spartans lead 28-12. Williams passes to Ferguson.
Good defense by the Knights being displayed here. Jay Morgan with the height advantage on his matchup.
As
Switch on the pick. Owen came off it. And we got a mismatch inside. Major League, gritty defense, but the bucket falls in.
yeah, I mean, Ferguson playing some bully ball right there.
CSD getting out of whack on their full court press, giving McConaughey had to drive inside.
3 from Major League.
Oh.
That one just misses, and the rebound will go to Braylon Ireland.
With a W! That's the type of grit I like to see on the offensive side on the rebounds.
Yeah, good work from Ireland right there. Gets the offensive board, goes up strong, and gets the 2 for the Knights.
Owen Kuhn.
Pull-up jumper, and that's true. That's beautiful jumper right there, huh?
25, look at that Larry Bird jump shot. Really letting it flow right now.
3 from Ireland. Just a little bit long offensive or defensive rebound by Ferguson.
As you can see, the Knights are exhausted right now. They need a break.
Sullivan,
This layup.
good, and that's just too easy on the offensive glass.
They're just making it, yeah. Braylon Ireland right here showing good leadership, slowing it down. Coach K calls a timeout. Very, very responsible task right there. Knights finally getting a break, and we will be back with you after the timeout.
Welcome back here to Huntersville, North Carolina. Spartans lead the Knights 34-14, 4:28 left in the second quarter of play. So Bryson, if you're Coach K, what are you saying to the guys at timeout? Is that going to be a 5-second violation? That's just critical.
I'm saying to the guys at timeout, if I'm Coach K, we need to get better on this half-court press. We're barely getting by, and even if we do, we got to be able to finish at the rack. And the most important thing I would say is defense. They are just slicing us apart. We need to be able to play better inside, get big, and get physical just like they are.
Yeah, I mean, 34 points already. They're on pace for 100 points tonight, and, I mean, you're not going to win games letting up 100 points.
Not unless you score 101, which we're not doing.
We only have 14 through a quarter and a half, so it doesn't look like it. 3 good blocks
by Owen Kuhn.
And Kuhn
up court. Braylon Ireland going in.
Nice lay. Good layup right there from Braylon Ireland, and that was all set up from a great defensive play from Owen Kuhn.
Shout out Ryan Armstrong. Defense leads to offense. That was his motto through the middle school 8th grade season. CSD feeling the pressure early. Knights really coming out hard on defense.
Yeah, that timeout, they came energized and they're ready to go. Playing great defense in the corner. Kicking it out. 3 from the Spartans. And that's true.
First 3 of the night for the Spartans. I let them shoot that any day.
Ireland now looking for some fellow Knights teammates. Will push the ball up court, pass half court. Smith for 3. And that one misses. The Knights have struggled on the offensive shooting, especially from outside of the arc. So Morgan with the ball will drive in, And now cut to Isaiah Smith the third, and that's blocked. Isaiah Smith gets the ball back, blocked again. Smith with the ball. And that's going to be a travel. As that's a defensive display from Darrell Williams. Says, I'm not going to block you once, Bryson. I'm going to block you twice.
You know, you selling barbecue back there? You know what I'm talking about? You need to, if you're in the paint like that with a shorter mismatch with that defensive guy being taller, pump fake down, let him go up, and drive into him and flop like LeBron. Put on an act like you just got shot. CSD with the steal here. Fast break. Whew.
Too easy right there from the Spartans. CSD now leads 39-16. As that's an easy pass right there to Isaiah Smith, and that will be no good. Smith tries to get the offensive rebound and can't.
Just like I said, need to execute on offense. That was a great opportunity right there. Unfortunately, not able to finish.
Spartans lead 39-16. And that will stay with CSD. 2:32 left in the second quarter as we see some substitutions as Colin McConaughey and Drew Johnson and Brandon Wilkie will come on for Isaiah Smith III. Braylon Ireland and Owen Kuhn as a timeout will be called. Spartans talking it over. We'll be back here in just a moment. 39-36 lead for CSD. We'll be back here in Huntersville. And we are back here from the timeout. Spartans lead 39-16, 2:32 left in the second quarter. As Bryson, the Spartans have just been having their way so far tonight with the Knights, huh?
You know, like this inbound play, just making it look too easy. You know, just so many options on their offense, especially with the outside shot now that they're getting them down. It's just going to be hard and a hard battle for the Knights.
Yeah, we see the Knights switch to a 2-3 zone. Luber with the ball getting guarded by McConaughey. Good drive.
Steal by number 30 there.
Yeah, Drew Johnson, nice spin move out to McConaughey for three. Just short.
Got a little air under that one.
Yeah, a little too much air, not enough line drive. Drive right there, and the foul, no foul actually.
Air ball.
A fight for the ball, and that will be off Jay Morgan and Spartan ball.
Yeah, Jay Morgan obviously frustrated with the call there, thinking it was off number 23 on CSD. Knights really need to step it up.
Yes, we will see a sub, Jack Sullivan coming into the game and Anthony Luber coming out. Sullivan being the point guard so far tonight for CSG, just kind of regulating the offense.
As you can see in the inside, the bigs on CSD are really posting up our guys, not giving them much of a chance. The Knights need to start getting in front of them on these post-ups.
Yeah, especially Darrell Williams, as that's a cross-court pass, free ball,
and it's good.
Money.
CSD is just lighting us up from all angles right now. Thank God they have stopped the half-court press right now, giving us a chance to breathe and giving us a chance on offense to set up some plays.
Yeah, three right there from Austin Moran. Jay Morgan now with the ball, spin move, double team, pull-up jumper, no good. Going the other way will be the Spartans.
CSD
pushing the ball
pushing.
past half court. McConaughey will get called with the foul.
24 with the stiff arm as well. Don't know why the ref didn't call that. But
I mean, Heisman season's coming up, kind of pulled out the Heisman move right there.
yeah, I didn't know Derrick Henry was allowed to play basketball.
As we will see Langston Holder coming into the game for Jay Morgan.
Big 24, big fan of him. He's in my history class. I asked for his autograph the other day. Big celebrity here.
Morgan kind of looks disappointed coming off the court, just not coming with the result that the Knights hope for tonight.
Two short, speedy guards up atop. Well, not really short, but two speedy guards up top with this 2-3 zone. And CSD steps out. That's Knights ball.
CSD leads 42-16, 1:19 left in the second quarter. Inbound Drew Johnson to Colin McConaughey. He will slow down the pace and cross half court.
Knights looking to get some offense here. A little shed a tear of hope.
McConaughey pump fake out to Drew Johnson. Good defense right there. McConaughey back top of the key. Over to Braden Wilkie. Wilkie back to McConaughey.
CSD in a 2-3 zone right now, playing it perfectly. Braden Wilkie with the shot.
Oh! Money ball! Good shot right there from Braden Wilkie.
And 2K, you could say that was smothered. Braden Wilkie, clutch player. He will make those shots any day of the week.
Now the student section getting into it. As that Knights 2-3 zone looking like it's playing pretty good. CSD trying to wind down the clock a little bit.
Knights really need to get some urgency on defense here, pressing out, trying to get the ball back, cutting this deficit down.
Yeah, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Drive right there, out corner 3. Pump fake, and we'll go back to the top of the key. Clock down to 25. Good move right there. Drew Johnson playing hounding defense. Crossover, and just can't get anywhere past Drew Johnson.
This shot clock is really letting the CSD offense do whatever they want. Just, play keep away right now.
Drive inside, being double teamed, step through. Ferguson drives in, and that will be no good. A tip in. 5.5 left on the clock. Braden Wilkie would get the ball, half court shot, and that will be almost good. And the Knights trail the Spartans 44-19 going into halftime.
Knights need to make some quick adjustments at halftime. Really get their feet moving, I guess you could say. Really need to start executing at the rim. But defense played good for that last half of that second quarter, but other than that, man, just cuts everywhere, just holes like an Iraqi Navy, man. Just can't just sink in the boat.
As we will go into halftime, the Spartans lead 44-19. Stick with us for some more Knights basketball. And welcome back from the halftime intermission. CSD Spartans lead the Knights 44-19. And alongside me for the second half is Davis Solomon. And Davis, you're back from the first half of the women's game, and it's been a rough affair so far for the Knights here in this one.
Yeah, Knights are having a really big problem breaking that full court press. CSD's defense has just been locked down, and I think we really need to step it up. We're just letting them, get those shots really in the paint. They're not really shooting from outside that much, for sure. They're really just, stuffing it to us.
Jay Morgan for three. Just a little bit long. Rebound from CSD.
Bryson. Having some camera difficulties. Sorry about that. And CSD out of bounds.
I'll just hold it. So Kuhn will inbound the ball.
Experiencing some camera difficulties. Really sorry about this. PG-10 taking it down. And he makes it.
So the Spartans lead 44-21. 7:12 left in the third quarter. Inside drive. That one is good.
That play pretty much sums up the bulk of the game. They just really getting these close to the hoop drives, and they're just stuffing it.
So Major League brings the ball down the court. Jay Morgan in the corner for three. Just out. Major League rebound. McConaughey head. Three again. That one rims out again as the Knights are just missing these threes.
I think overall the Knights are playing pretty good offense. They just really need to connect these shots. They have a lot of shots on board. They're just really not getting that swish that they want them,
Before we go any further with this being the first ever broadcast for the LNC Sports Network, we want to shout out everyone that made this possible. I want to shout out Mr. Schroth, as he was our club advisor and really guided us through this whole process of making this club a reality and fundraising. I want to thank Mr. Schlegel as the athletic director here at Lake Norman Charter. As we see, McConaughey had jab step and a travel. I want to thank Mr. Schlegel helping us get everything started and just being a great guide along the way as we see a timeout. And finally, thanks to Mr. Smith, who actually saw in his story was tuning in, putting us on the big screen in the Smith household. And I want to thank him for making this club a reality. All three of those guys are really big parts of the LNC Sports Network becoming a thing.
Yeah, with the timeout, I just want to, again, especially thank Mr. Schroth. This was a big thing last year, trying to get the fundraising, trying to get the support behind the club. And I'm just glad to see how far we've come as a club and an organization.
And if you're not following the LNC Sports Network on Instagram, do so. Our tag is LNC Sports Network on Instagram. We have some great content up there. We post game day posts, final score posts, highlight tapes, everything you can ask for in LNC Sports we have. .6:30 left in the third quarter. CSD leads 46-21. Ball passed up court. Major League on defense.
Number 0, Jack Sullivan, not acting like a 0. He's been a pretty integral part of this CSD offense, for sure.
Good work right there from Jay Morgan with the steal. Passing the ball up court to Major League. And a good lay right there. Just can't get the and one, but, get him in the circus doing his acrobatics right there.
That just slipped through his fingers like that. You can't really control that. When you're in the air like that, it's really hard to get a control on that layup. So, great play by him. He's Major League going for 2.
As we see a comment, how do we donate? So in the spring, we'll be having our annual spring fundraising campaign. As we fundraised a bunch of money last spring to get a bunch of new equipment, and that equipment unfortunately cannot be used tonight, so we had to go to our backup setup.
Major League makes the first.
As we had some technical difficulties earlier today trying to set up everything, so had to go to our backup setup. But we will have a spring fundraising campaign. And the link will be posted on our social media. As we have a wedgie right there. And the ball stuck as Owen Kuhn tries to lay it up, and gotta love a good wedgie, huh?
Owen's just playing lockdown defense. I think Owen and Drew Johnson especially. Owen's kind of got that size, that physicality to go toe-to-toe with the CSD players. And Drew's just really, busting his tail to catch up to these guys. Because really it is kind of a David versus Goliath situation, bringing back that Bible reference.
From the girls' game. Yeah. That's a good steal right there. Jay Morgan will push the ball up the court, loses the handle, out to Major League. Good pump fake, drives in, out to the corner. Braylon Ireland, PG-10 will get it. Money ball for Braylon Ireland.
You know, the Knights are starting to come back. They're starting to build that momentum, which is what we kind of needed right now.
Good steal from Owen Kuhn. Diving on the floor, but can't get it. But that's heart, that's hustle. That's everything you can ask for.
Owen's really just putting his heart on the line for this game. I mean, you can tell he's hungry for the ball. He really wants to get that steal. He wants to get those points on the board. And it's great to see it because when you're down, you got to have that mindset.
Yeah, the Knights right now down by 20, 46-26 lead for the Spartans. 5:36 left in the third quarter. Inbound to Sullivan. Now to Ferguson. Ferguson swings it to his Spartan teammate.
I mean, this is the defense that we're looking for all game. You know, I feel like they're really starting to press out, really starting to take away that open man that they were kind of struggling with. PG-10, take the ball. He goes all the way. And it's a layup. That's easy. That's free.
Yeah, I mean, when you're down now by 18, you just got to get buckets any way you can.
I mean, that was just beautiful for PG-10, though. That was a great steal, great drive. Owen takes it again. Wow, the defense.
The defense really stepping up right here. Kuhn passes it to Morgan. Morgan now will drive in. He goes to the bigger defender. Doesn't get the foul. Good rebound right there by Wilkie. Braden Wilkie with the offensive board and the bucket.
This is what we have been looking for from the Knights. Really just playing that hard defense. Playing hard, grabbing the ball. Oh, Major League!
He saves it up to Ireland. Ireland getting surrounded. Now in the corner. J. Morgan 3. Oh, just a little bit long. And rebound by Ferguson as I think the roof would have popped off this place and Morgan would have hit that one. Sullivan pushing the issue. And the amp time. No, it's not. Sullivan gets the offensive rebound. He gets it for 2.
I don't know what Coach K said to him at half, but it's obviously inspiring them. They're obviously fired up because they are just playing great defense, great offense all around. We've been waiting for this, and we're finally getting to see it, and I just love that.
Ireland out to Morgan. Good pump fake. Drives in. Kuhn, lefty. Pump fakes, now will drive, lefty lay, and his money. Great drive right there from Kuhn.
You really see that size difference between the CSD players and the Lake Norman Charter players. And Owen kind of fills that gap, I feel like. He's a big
that
player.
Mix of speed and size.
Exactly. I mean, it's...
As that is beautiful. A 10-second backcourt violation right there. Pressing the issue. The Knights are on defense. Now they are down 48-32. So, you know, they say Rome wasn't built in a day. This lead isn't going to get cut in half in a day. Then little by little, step by step. Still got plenty of time. Got 4 minutes left here in the third quarter, plus all of the fourth quarter. Knights just little by little kind of have stepping stones to get this lead down, down, down.
I mean, that's like the mindset you got to have. It's like every point matters in this game. Like, you're only down by 16. There's so much time left. Great shot by Morgan. Just hit the...
Yeah, great save right there from Major League. Lake passes it to Morgan. Morgan to Ireland. Kuhn comes to set the screen. Ireland won't take it. Drives in right side. Tough lay. Ew! And he almost gets the and one, but will go to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, like I said before, the physicality of these CSD players is unmatched. I mean, I haven't seen anything like it in the high school ball. They've got the size, and they know how to use it. And I think the Knights are starting to realize they can play around that. They can play over that overplaying that I feel like CSD is starting to get accustomed to.
Ireland makes the first one. Had some troubles going into that free throw. Was 1 for 4 in the night. Now he is 2 for 5. As 10 of his 30 points last Friday night against CTK came from the stripe. And we'll say CSD call a timeout as their lead is whittling away. Now down to 15. CSD still up 48-33, 3:33 left in the third. A lot of threes to go around. We'll be back in just a moment here on the LNC Sports Network. We are back from the quick timeout from CSD. Just had to take a moment to breathe. You know, the lead dwindling away now down to 15 and make that 14 after the free throw from Ireland.
You know, Ireland's really starting to step up in the offensive position. I feel like he was kind of lacking that first half, and now he's really starting to find his footing.
As Kuhn looks bamboozled right there, as it's called a push, but he thought that the ball was off of Spartan, but
he didn't thought. I mean, that's what we all saw.
Yeah, that's true, but the ref obviously thought otherwise, and our opinion doesn't matter, just his.
Yeah, that's true.
Passes.
Ireland picks it up.
And whoa! And the call is on the floor. As that's a tough call right there you have to make from the ref. Is that in the shooting motion? He says that call was before the shot.
I don't know if that was really the ref's call, though. I mean, he was kind of far off, but that's just me.
So Ireland will inbound the ball.
Wilkie looking for that open space. He finds it, shoots.
Oh, and that one just misses. That was a moon ball right there. That had some arc.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Wilkie shoots it, though. I feel like he gets really high up on the ball, really tries to get that arc, trying to get that perfect swish without hitting any rim.
Kicks out, top of the key, drives in. Good defense from the Knights. Good pull-up jumper, but no good. Defense or even by Kuhn. He passes up the court, uses that baseball arm. Ireland misses, and Wilkie can't get the rebound, but Kuhn showed off the baseball arm right there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he really threw that long. You don't see that a lot in basketball.
Oh, and good pick right there from Ireland. Morgan.
Throwing it long again. Oh, my gosh, and Ireland finally makes it stick.
I mean, he just poked his hand in the cookie jar, poked it away, and a great pass right there from Jay Morgan as the Knights are putting the pressure on the Spartans. Double team right here. Oh, and that's just too easy. It's yam time. It's Thanksgiving season. Bring out the yams.
Little comedy special from my co-commentator, Stanley Metz. But yeah, it's great to see the Knights. They're really starting to apply the pressure. I think it was a 22-point lead from CSD, now dwindling down to 14. And that's just great to see. They're really starting to find their footing, really starting to play around this physicality of the CSD offense, because they're really just driving. Like that's their main form of scoring, is just driving really close and getting those easy shots.
We saw that just right there. Jab step, left hand lay. Can't get much easier than that. The Spartans lead the Knights 52-36. 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
I mean, CSD just cannot handle the Knights' newfound spark. It's like a wildfire going off. I think everyone's getting electric. You can feel it in the student stands. You can feel it in the way these guys are playing. I mean, just look at that. Will Morgan driving. Oh, but unfortunately swatted at.
Yeah, that one just poked away from Jay Morgan. Now the CSD Spartans will go the other way. Good defense right there from Owen Kuhn. Major League will be going down the other way. They have a 1-on-2. Ireland, lay. Jelly can't get it. Rebound from the Spartans. Ireland was asking for a foul. Now CSD will take it the other way. And good work right there from Sullivan, slowing the game down. 52-30, 52-36, 120 left in the third quarter. Good cut right there. Lay, no good. Good block right there from Ireland. He will slow down the pace and bring the ball up for the Knights. Crosses half court over to Morgan. Now in the corner for Wilkie. Wilkie back up to Morgan. Morgan to Ireland.
Owen trying to find that open space, going right there.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to set a screen maybe. Now we're into the final minute of the third quarter. Ireland slowing it down. CSD putting some pressure over there to Braden Wilkie. Owen Kuhn sets a screen. Now in the corner. Jay Morgan with the ball. CSD playing that zone and up to Wilkie, top of the zone. Now to Morgan. Morgan nowhere to go. Over to Kuhn. Double team. Morgan in the corner for three. Oh, and just a little bit short. CSD gets the rebound.
Ireland's a sneaky player. You got to see him a lot, though, especially during that last rep. He's really creeping that backside, trying to get away from his defender without them noticing. I think that's why he's been so crucial in the paint recently. He's just really been like dashing towards the rim and just getting those long passes from almost across the court.
Yeah, when I was at that game on Friday night against CTK, all his points, a lot of them was jab step, drive to the rim, and he knew that they didn't have a big man that could stop him, and he just did it, and that's how he got 30 right there.
I think he was attempting that in the first half, and then he realized CSD's got some big kids,
Yeah.
They've got some bearded players, and it's kind of hard to play against that without that size.
So into the final 25 seconds of the third quarter. Good defense from the Knights, swatted away, and McConaughey will be going the other way.
McConaughey, the freshman, really making his debut on varsity. Great player, in my opinion.
McConaughey over to Ireland. Ireland shoots for three, long ball, got it!
Shake set!
Money ball!
Call that ball the Titanic because he just sunk it.
Down to the final 5 seconds of the third quarter. Let's see if CSD can do something with it. Driving in, surrounded him by Isaiah Smith, jump ball, and that will be going the way of the Knights.
The Knights are getting angry. They want to win this game. They know they have it in them. So they're just really trying to get that ball back and possess on offense.
0.8 left on the clock in the third quarter. CSD leads 52-39. Inbound and no time. Braylon Ireland just chucks it. Oh, and he hits the screen.
Wow, dude. That was going to the moon and back.
Maybe to Jupiter. As the Knights trail the CSD Spartans 52-39, 13-point lead by the Spartans. But this game's getting interesting. Stick with us for the fourth quarter here in Huntersville, North Carolina. And we are here to the fourth quarter. Spartans lead the Knights 52-39, but this game's getting interesting. As Owen Kuhn playing some good defense, driving past him into the paint. Layup now out. Good steal right there from Kuhn. Out to Ireland. Ireland up court to Braden Wilkie. Layup. Oh, and that's a tough foul, and Wilkie will hit the deck.
In that rep, you really got to see Owen Kuhn's physicality on defense. I think he's really been the pinnacle of Knights defense, getting those crucial steals when they're needed.
Yeah, and you know, Kuhn, he might not be lighting up the stat sheet tonight, but he has to be my player of the game so far for the Knights.
For sure. I think he's really starting to bring back that spark and that effort that the coach was looking for. And I think that's inspiring the players around him to play harder and, like, really close this gap. Because for about all the first half, it was almost a 20-point lead. And now they've really, like, shortened that down, so.
Yeah, and I feel like in that second half, the guys kind of look defeated out there. You know, at a point, you know, we saw guys with their heads down. You know, they looked defeated in that first half, but now Owen kind of being the energizer bunny for the team and bringing that spark back and saying, hey, guys, we got this. It's now a 12-point lead. If Wilkie makes this free throw, it would be 11-point. With 7 minutes left and 48 seconds, they got plenty of time, as Wilkie will just miss the second one. Spartans lead by 12, 52-40.
I mean, 23 on CSD, their tall guard. He's really just been, like, standing in that paint waiting, and you can see it there. He's just getting those crucial rebounds.
Yeah, good steal right there. As
it up.
Owen Kuhn left-hand lay, and that one's good.
A defensive weapon, finally getting some points on offense. You love to see that.
Cuts the lead to 10, and the full court press is back in business. As that's a pass up court to Ferguson. Ferguson will pass it to his fellow CSD teammate. A double-team trap. Kuhn getting in there. And that would be a steal from the Knights. Major League going the other way. He goes and almost gets the and one as the top of this place would have exploded. Oh, an offensive foul on Major League. Wow.
Major League is really just an athletic kid, you know, coming from football over the season. It was a crucial part of the football team, now a crucial part of the basketball team.
I mean, that's just one of those guys, and he's one word, athlete. That's what he is. He can play football, he can play basketball. I mean, he can go out there and play any sport he wants to and just be a dog.
I mean, if we had a badminton team, he'd probably dominate in that too. So.
I mean, pickleball, badminton, you say it, he does it.
Little underwater polo.
Love it. Full court press back from the Knights.
See, Owen Kuhn really just bringing that defense, really jumping on the ball, trying to get that two-man that the Knights are getting known for.
And that press will be broken, and good lay right there. As the one thing is, when the Knights play that big press, when it gets broken, they're in some trouble.
Yeah, it's rough to come back from that because you're really just trying to hustle down the court. You have so many guys on the ball, it's hard to find that open man and really get to him in time. And as soon as CSD gets in that paint, you know they're going to score. They have the size, they have the physicality, so you just got to keep them out.
Good rebound right there from Kuhn. He'll be looking in. Right-handed leg can't go, just a little bit strong. Kuhn will try to save it. Oh, and just out the outstretched reach of his long hands.
Kuhn is getting angry. You can really tell. Like
he's getting into it.
Braden Wilkie.
Good pressure right there. And CSD, you gotta You gotta imagine up by 12 as and Q goes for the steal, hits the deck hard. And CSD has numbers, a 4-on-5, drives in, good move right there, right-handed lay, money.
CSD's starting to find that second stride. They're realizing, hey, third quarter, played it a little lazy. We thought we had the lead. Now we got to bring that fire. We got to bring that paint. Got to get the bench in a little bit,
6 minutes left, Spartans up by 16. 56-42. Leak out to Kuhn. Kuhn left-handed three. And just a little bit strong. As Kuhn not known for his shooting, but he's going to spark and try to get the guys going again.
I mean, McConaughey, you can see he's trying to find that open man. There we go, he found him.
Kuhn playing that one-on-one defense, top of the key. Screened by the big man. And he hits the deck. Illegal screen. Illegal screen right there from the CSD big man. That'd be number 23, Daryl Williams. The nightmare being vocal that legal screens are no good. You can't be doing that.
Major League taking it from the CSD side.
So Major League will be inbounding to Braylon, Ireland. On the floor for the Knights, we have Leak, Ireland, Kuhn, and Wilkie and Jay Morgan. That's the 5 on the floor for the Knights.
I mean, that's probably how they'll stay for the rest of the game. These guys have been dominating offense and defense. I think they're really starting to be the crucial point of cutting down this lead. It's hard to come back from a lead like that.
Yeah, Wilkie, good drive, and that's a good floater right there. It's a beautiful floater from Wilkie.
Like you said, Wilkie really likes to arc his shots, and I think that's working out for him when he gets close.
One thing that will be interesting to see that I have to look out for the rest of the night is Colin McConaughey had one of the best scorers on this team, but lack of size, and the nice to size as a steal from Owen Kuhn had a slip, 3-on-1, passes it to Braylon, Ireland, an easy lay for Ireland.
Ireland, man, like I said, sneaky player. Don't want to call him a cherry picker, but he stays by the basket a lot.
The Knights student section's getting in at the full court press is working. CSD up by 10. CSD breaks the press, has number layup, and that one is no good. Rebound being tipped around, and we got by Sullivan. He's trying to slow it down. Double team ball on the floor. Started by Braylon, Ireland. Ireland, layup, go! Almost gets the and one, and Ireland will go to the free throw line.
God, what a great play by Ireland, just hustling down that court with the ball. It's you don't see that often from high school players. A lot of the guys, when they're down, they just start giving up, but this team's really fighting back.
I mean, the Knights were down, but 23-24 at this point, and Ireland has a chance to cut it to 8 with 4:47 left in the fourth quarter. I mean, we got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're about to be a single-digit point separation. I mean, you haven't seen that all night almost since the first half.
Yeah, so pretty much the first quarter. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the CSD got out to a 2-0 advantage, and they just ran with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough to come back from a lead like that mindset-wise, but I think coaching staff and players are really, for LNC, really just starting to lock in and realize, like, hey, this is a winnable game. Like, we have the talent to beat this team. Yeah, they may be bigger. Yeah, they may be fiercer, but we're smarter. We're better players.
And looking back, the last time these two teams played was last year. LNC winning 80-70 in a crazy fact that we just shows how many guys LNC lost. From every player that played on the LNC team against CSD that night is not on the roster this season. That is just a crazy fact to think about, that every single player on this court right now who's playing CSD did not touch the floor last year.
And I mean, that can be a double-edged sword, because first off, you don't have the talent you had last year, and you don't have the same players that know the play style of CSD, but also you have this new light to the offense and the defense of Lake Norman Charter.
Yeah, they say ignorance is bliss sometimes, and that might be for such a young team the Knights have this year. Drive in, left-handed lay, money.
Morgan just really trying to play that defense. It wasn't working out for him, though.
In the corner, Braden Wilkie, pump fake. Good fake right there, pull-up jumper, and that one is long. And the Knights just can't get nothing to fall as of late.
I mean, the Knights just really got to connect these shots. It's if we were connecting these shots, the lead would not be this drastic.
And one as Braden Wilkie. Yes, and that would be a charge. As it looked like the CSD parents thought that was an and one, but great job by Braden Wilkie, putting his body on the line, getting that charge and getting the ball back to the Knights.
Wilkie really is a two-sided player. I mean, he can play offense and defense. Like we were talking about, that arc on the ball that he has, it's pretty unmatched. Once he gets close, it's game on.
So Braylon, Ireland leading the ball up the court. Screened by Morgan. He'll go on the left side of that screen, then take it back up. Good defense by the Spartans. Ireland over to Kuhn. Kuhn looking for a pass it to Braden Wilkie, his baseball teammate.
One thing I've noticed the Knights are doing much better than last year is just moving the ball. I feel like they're playing a lot less selfish. Last year I felt like it was a lot more like
Hero ball.
let me pad my highlight reel. Let me get that going. And now they're really starting to play as a team.
Yo, camera. It's first.
As we have some camera issues, and it'll be a foul on the Knights as we're getting that sorted out for everybody at home.
Sorry about that. We'll just be.
All right, we're good. We're back.
We're back.
We are back and running here.
Yeah, sorry, my bad, guys.
As, still in preseason form a little bit, not the equipment that we'll be using for the rest of the year. And we're just, first ever broadcast, we're just trying to get everything tested out as the first pit throw go in and out.
Yeah, I mean, those are some game breakers, though, because now you're feeling like, oh, I can't make these easy shots. Hopefully it's getting in CSD's head, but we'll see.
Community School of Davidson up 58-47, 3:48 left in the fourth quarter. Trying to extend their lead to 12 here on the free throw. It is up, and it is good.
I mean, if the Knights let their shots fall, this is a very winnable game. This is a very winnable game by at least like 10 points if they really start getting their shots to connect.
But those shots have to connect, and they have to connect now.
Yeah, I mean, they really got to, I hate to say it, but they got to lock in,
Pedal on the metal.
Yeah. They got to apply the pressure on offense and defense. They're starting to get gassed, though.
Oh, and a good three right there from Drew Johnson. Johnson, not a guy you think is going to shoot a lot of threes, but when he does shoot them, he makes them.
He's a fast player. He just came off the bench. He was obviously, well rested from the first half, and he was like, "Let me make my name known,"
As Drew Johnson, little fun fact about him, one of the best track stars actually in the nation, as he is one of the best runners in his age group in the 1600. And he's shown the track speed on the basketball court. That's what makes him so good on defense.
I want to say he won the Junior Olympics, didn't he? Gold in the juniors?
Something of that, yeah.
Yeah, something of that nature. But it's really just showing that he can hustle after that ball on defense. I think that's where he's really shining right now. He's smaller than these guys. These guys are towering over him, and yet he's still snatching the ball out of there, getting that high vertical, really to just grab it out of the air.
Yeah, and when you look at this Knights team, that's kind of just kind of showing how this Knights team is in general. As a lot of these guys, they don't have the height, but they have the athleticism. They can jump out of the gym, but they might not just be 6'3", 6'4", as some of their, opponent counterparts.
I mean, that's what I want to point out. I think the highlight of this night has been, it's just the Knights' athleticism over anything else. Maybe they can't make the shots fall, but they're busting their tails to get the ball. Especially some players like Owen, some players like Braden Wilkie. Those two guys, I just feel like have been on it all night, and in my opinion, are MVPs of the match.
Well, the Fat Lady isn't saying yet. There's still 3:19 left in the fourth quarter. It's a three-possession game, 9-point game. This is the first time this lead has been cut down to single digits in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Knights in this huddle, they really got to realize, we need to get these shots close. We need to get them now.
And the Knights are kind of running out of time. You say, hey, the Knights need to keep cutting into the lead. But after a while, they got to cut into the lead, and they got to axe down the lead. As, there is time in basketball, and you don't get all day.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So the CSD Spartans will inbound the ball. Kuhn guarding the inbound. Can't find a man. Now finds the big man. Being passed outside. Defense by Ireland.
Great move by CSD, really getting that man off of him. Trying to use the other man to their advantage.
And the ball will be going the other way. It kind of minnow laps right there from the Spartans, right off looks like the foot of that Spartan player. And now the Knights have a chance to cut this lead down even more as we see Braylon Ireland bringing up the ball.
See Drew Johnson creeping on that backside, trying to find that open shot.
McCarty head for three, and that one misses. Good offensive rebound by Drew Johnson. Drew Johnson out to Ireland. Oh, and that one just misses. Another rebound. Morgan, and that would be a foul. And that's hard, that's hustle, that's playing hard right there on that possession.
They got to cut this lead down to 7. I think that's what they need right now. I mean, once that happens, it's just 2 threes and, a layup. Yeah, and it's a tie game. It's a winning game.
Yeah. So Morgan will have to make both of these, as every point right now is critical. That one off the back iron and no good.
Heard a little whistling from the CSD side, really trying to get in Braden's head, but I don't think that's happening. These guys are gassed, though. You can tell they've got sweat all over them. It's rough.
Yeah.
That first half with the full court press, that really tired them out.
And Wilkie will miss both free throws. That's just a knife from the heart right there. You get a good offensive rebound and then leave the man wide open to the paint.
number 24 started out the roster up, but he's just been offensively, kind of like Braden Ireland, in fact. He's just been hustling down to that basket, really trying to find that open man on these uncleared, unsettled drives.
McConaughey head, nice pump fake, will drive in. Baseline, trying to look for a man. He gets hit. Ireland out for three. He gets it. Braylon Ireland, Drano.
That's the one thing about McConaughey is, even though he may not be the best defensive player or offensive player, he can pass the ball. He has the
vision.
He has the vision. He knows how to run the play. I mean, you saw him. He was tiptoeing across that end line.
I mean, he was like a circus act balancing on the tightrope up there on the top.
And with a freshman especially, you don't see that. So
had that poise.
Yeah. The Nightmare unhappy with the ref's call, obviously.
I mean, if the call goes against the Knights, I doubt they're very happy about it, huh?
Yeah, true that.
I mean, that's high school basketball in a nutshell right there. I mean, the Duke could be hacking at it, but I think the Knights still say take his whistle. The ball passed to the backcourt. 2:15 left in the fourth quarter. CSD leads 61-53.
McConaughey getting on the ball, applying the pressure. Is it going to be enough?
Oh, and too easy of a lay. And that makes life a lot harder for the Knights as they're running out of time. McConaughey brings the ball up past half court as he's getting hounded.
I'm getting flashbacks to that first half where the CSD Spartan were just finding that inside paint job and just really just sinking it in.
Having their way in the paint. Good three right there. Drano! Braden Wilkie turning it on here in the fourth quarter as the Knights still have life, and they're trying to get the steal. Can't get it. CSD trying to break the press. Double team out of the corner, and that one might go out. No, it will not. Back up, Owen Kuhn.
It's gotta be Owen. It's gotta be Owen.
Owen Kuhn. Let's play bro. He got it. Under no. Owen Kuhn. Rebound. Got it. Oh my God.
It's a 5-point game. The Knights have come back, beating a 24-point lead from CSD, sinking it down to 9. You do not see this every night, folks.
1:10 left in the game. Knights down by 5, trying to apply the pressure. Defense by Ireland. Driving to the paint. Pass. Oh, the ball on the floor. Fighting for it. CSD will get it. The Knights have to get a stop right here. And CSD calls a timeout. Everybody, big deep breaths. Big deep breaths. This one is getting pretty crazy here. Minute and 1 second to go. CSD up 63-58.
It's just a 2 and a 3. I mean, my heart's pounding right now. It's such a close game. I think if the Knights really do possess on offense and just lock down, get that paint locked down on defense, they can really come out with a win in this game. But they're going to need to do it in a minute. That's short time. We'll see.
Yeah, the Knights, if I'm an artist and trying to paint this comeback out, what you have to do, a minute and 1 second, you got to get a stop right here for one.
Yeah.
You got to get preferably, I would say a 3, because a 3 sets up an opportunity to get a 2 or a 3 to tie or win. But you have to get a 3, and after you score, it could be a 2, either way. But after you get that bucket, you have to press, and you have to win the ball back. Because if you let CSD dribble the ball out and just keep wasting time and get to the free throw line, I don't think the Knights have a shot.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you can't be playing lazy D right now. And I feel like in the first half, that's kind of what the Knights were doing, and now they're realizing the mistake that they've made. So you can also tell by the CSD fouls, they've just been playing a lot more physical than the Knights. 5 fouls compared to the Lake Norman Charter 3, so...
Yeah, I mean, the Knights have to play D and they have to have hard defense the rest of the night, And, hard D leads to good offense, and that's going to have to transpire here in the last minute and 1 second. CSD inbounding the ball, the inbound being guarded by Kuhn. Into the backcourt, Drew Johnson guarding and the man in the backcourt. Down under a minute now, ball being dribbled up, and the Knights are playing hounding defense.
Hounding, but a little sloppy. I think they need to get on the man a little bit more.
Double team right here coming from the Knights. Pass inside. And that would be an easy layup. Oh, and that might just be game.
And they're just letting him get in the paint. They're pressing out too much. They're just letting number 24, who's just been, a demon with those layups. They're just letting him have them.
Morgan in the corner. Can't find a shot. Now shoots at the forced contested shot. And ladies and gentlemen, that might just be all she wrote tonight as the Knights fighting back for the ball. And that will be CSD ball. Knights now down by 7, 23 seconds left. And the fat lady might have sang her final tune.
Wilkie looks to have banged his head against the bleachers. That's going to be rough. Oh,
that can't feel good on the noggin.
Oh, he's really struggling right now.
And Isaiah Smith III will be subbed in for Braden Wilkie, and hopefully he's okay and just kind of rattled his dome a little bit and nothing more than that.
Yeah, hopefully go home, get a good night's rest, and he'll be okay tomorrow. Maybe a little bit of a headache, but
Well, Thanksgiving turkey over the break might, get them feeling better.
Who doesn't that help, you know?
Are you a stuffing guy, Davis?
I'm a big gravy guy, actually. Stuffing
Me
and
too.
gravy.
I'm a big gravy.
I mean, you know what CSD is? They're stuffing us right now, though. That's the hard part.
Three-pointer fouled, and we'll get to the line, but a little bit too late here from the Knights.
I mean, now we're just playing sloppy. Now we know we're losing, and we're just letting him get these easy. We're trying to foul him out, and that's not how we should play our ball.
10.9 seconds left, and Braylon Allen at the line. Spartans lead 67-58. As we want to say thank you to everybody who joined our first ever broadcast tonight, as Ireland drains the first one.
I mean, cutting down this lead is a victory in itself. CSD has got, in my opinion, a lot more talent, and the fact that they were able to cut this lead down from 20 to what will hopefully be 8.
Yeah.
I think that speaks volumes to our players, and hopefully we can lock it down if we ever play them again in playoffs. So.
Yeah, and the thing is, people say there's no such thing as a moral victory, but I feel like being down such big at half, if your coach can say, hey guys, if we played a better first half, if we would have just played an okay first half, we would have won this game.
Yeah. I mean, that first half was just like, I think they were finding their footing. They had gotten pretty cocky from the blowout against CSD, so, not CSD, sorry, CTK. And I think they just went into it with the wrong mindset, and hopefully they can come back next week and really just lock in and play better defense, in my opinion. That was the biggest letdown of this game.
Yeah, and talking about next week, the Knights will host Huff Huskies, a crosstown rivalry. That's going to be a hard game for the Knights playing Huff, and that game will be broadcasted live here on YouTube. As be sure to tune in if you can't make the game, and if you can, make sure to show up. As we see a little shout out from Miss Kylie right there.
Just want to say, Miss Kylie, love you. Thank you so much. Health class was a blast last year. Thanks for tuning in.
10.9 seconds left. Spartans lead by 7.
What's up, Miss Kylie?
Who doesn't love Miss Kylie? As my e-learning assignment today had to be active for 20 minutes, went on a run at 7:30 this morning. You already know.
Did you actually, or did you just say that, Zane?
And on to the basketball, so, it's 10.9 seconds left.
Don't dock his grade, Miss Kylie. Don't dock his grade.
I already have a 99. I can't go any lower. This will be an inbound by CSD. Full court pressure by the Knights. As we see Langston Holder back into the game.
I mean, Langston really last year, Langston's not in the game.
Excuse me, yeah. So I thought it looked like they were putting the subs there. We saw a lot of guys taking off those warm-up shirts, but look like the Knights will keep in their starters.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get that. You want to get these starters ready for the game next week. I mean, Huff, that's going to be a really tough game. They have a lot of talent. So getting these guys those extra reps during a game where, you have that pressure, I really think that's crucial for the development of the team and the program.
Yeah, and we see the Knights kind of playing the foul game here. That's the only thing you can really do is just play the foul game and, see where it goes. If that's going to be a foul on Major League.
I mean, at this point in the game, you're just trying to make them hurt a little bit. You're trying to tell them, like, hey, you won. Wasn't an easy fight, though. It was an uphill battle.
Yeah. And sometimes, like a team like CSD, when you have a lead that big, it's easy to let it go. But, CSD held on to that lead and will walk away for their season opener winners. The Knights will move to 1-1 on the season. CSD will move to 1-0 as the Knights will face Huff next Tuesday night. That game will be broadcasted live here on the LNC Sports Network, and that's about to be a great one. As anytime those two teams face off in any sport, it's always a great one. I mean, I know you being on the lacrosse team last time that y'all played Huff in the spring. Y'all fell to the Huskies, but it was a heck of a game.
Foul game, turkey reference. Yeah, Dad, that was a turkey reference, just for you.
Will Jason Solomonson be cooking the turkey on Thanksgiving?
I don't know. You're going to have to ask him that. I know we do a pretty good gravy, though.
A mean gravy is that one, Mrs. Short. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote. The CSD Spartans will walk away here winners and start this young season off 1-0. And the Knights will fall to 1-1. Davis, what are your final post-game thoughts before we call it a night?
I mean, the whole of the game, this was just an uphill battle. I think the Knights fell quick, and then they just tried to rebuild, and it's hard to rebuild when you're falling, and you have that mindset of, oh, we might lose this game. So I'm proud of the Knights, and yeah, I'm going to hand it off there. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for everybody for spending your Tuesday evening with us. It's been a pleasure spending it with you guys. As the final score here, 68-60, CSD wins. We will see you Tuesday night back here at LNC Sports Network for a great crosstown rivalry matchup. Signing off, I'm Zane Metz for David Sullivan and Bryson Armstrong. Thank you for joining. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.